time it is, man?
It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I need a crack rock on the spot.
The push, real a drink, like to a blood, sit baby still, fast and fly. Evidence plain, no dick holding in, no blankety black shit. We chillin' with the crew. You welcome for the session. I hope your time was pleasant. Now did you learn your lesson? Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Yeah. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Yeah. Welcome to the porch. Grab you a drink, light you a blunt, sit back and steal, facts fly. Evidence playing, no dick holding, no blackety black shit. We chillin' with the crew. You welcome for the session. I hope your time was pleasant. Now did you learn your lesson? Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Yeah. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Welcome to the porch. Yeah. Welcome to the porch, yeah. Welcome to the porch, yeah. Welcome to the porch, yeah. Welcome to the porch.
Hey, what's cracking? What's cracking? Hey, man, it's your boy OGDoDirty. I'm stepping in for my boy Tom on the Monday show, Monday debates. We're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna be talking about what determines being a successful man. We did a stream on it before. I got some clips from that stream we might be playing, but I want a good salute to everybody who stepped in and showed up. You know what I'm saying? We got Butterfly Jones in the building. He say, "What's up with it?" You know what I'm talking about? You know how Butterfly Jones is. We got No Chase in the building. Appreciate you, No Chase, for being here. Let me go ahead and drop this link for those who want to come up and join the debate Mondays. I'm in the process of rolling me up one, so just give me a little minute. Getting everything together. And for those people who want to join me today, I want to make sure they get a chance to come in. I don't have control over the porch channel, so you guys, if you're over on the porch, if you want to come up and you're on the porch, just tell me the link. I'll drop it in there for you. For those who are over on OGDoDirty channel, the link will be pinned to the top of the page. I will be directing people over to the OGDoDirty page. If you need to just go ahead and click that link. If it ain't in there, if you want to find it, it will be on my page for those who want to come over and watch it. Then I can hop up on the show. One thing I know about being a successful man, let's get right into it, is what they say on YouTube. And I think we're going to have to dispute that, because having all this money, being 6 foot tall, it's like 6'6" to 6 that they said. So I might need somebody to come up here explain it to me, because I already don't know their concept. I don't want to go against their shit or say something wrong. But we got Mayo Monkey in the building. Let me bring him up. What's good with you, Mayo?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, chilling, dog. Trying to get this Monday going, man, for this week, man, for Uncle Tom and Okai out there enjoying themselves, getting their vacay in like they supposed to.
Hell yeah.
They need it. They've been giving us all this good entertainment. Sometimes you got to take time to yourself.
Wish I was on that damn boat.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. You hear me? I need a little vacation myself.
Damn cold here.
Oh yeah, man, it's coming through. Yeah, we got that fire going on there in that stove. I'm good. Shit, that motherfucker heats the whole house up, so yeah, I'm straight. It's doing what it's supposed to do.
Did you buy anything on Cyber Monday or for Black Friday this year?
No, sir.
Me neither.
Yeah, that stuff don't intrigue me to get stuff on sale. I just go, if I need it at that time, I go and get it. I get my paper together, go and get it. If it's that important, I need it, I get it in there whenever I need it.
Yeah, same here.
No reason to be trying to save up the little bit of change I got just for one day. Then probably can't even get it. Now I'm be upset. yeah, man, I was searching through YouTube today, looking at certain stuff. I went over to Sharon and page, had fun over there. Looked at a couple of more pages, then I start surfing our shit, and I found this old stream right here where Tom did a debate show. I said, "Oh, this would be nice for old Monday." You know what I'm saying? What determines being a successful man? So I want to hear from everybody who's going to eventually come up and those who in the chat. You know what I'm saying? If you can tell me what you think it is, because everybody has their own opinion of what they think a successful man is. And we can go through different things because I heard Sharon them talking about some stuff earlier. I think they question over there was I guess it was a saying something about the good men get chose last or some shit. It was something like that. I can go look it up. You know what I'm saying? It's something about a saying they were saying. I can't remember the saying verbatim, but I'm pretty sure once I said it, somebody had come up with the rest of it. Because, like I said,
guys finished last.
You say what?
Good guys finished last.
Yeah. There it is. There it is. See, I knew. So see, here we go. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a true statement.
Oh, me too. No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And I heard different people come up there and they say different things, and they ask them, why do people think that good men finish last? Well, I didn't even get to tell them because we was up there talking about it. Went into a whole different thing, and the question didn't never never did come back around to me. Let me go ahead and bring Rufus up here. Give me a second, Rufus. I'm trying to move my mouse over there. I got too many screens popping like Uncle Tom. What's good with you, Rufus?
What's up, OGDoDirty? Mayo Monkey.
Chilling.
Well, Mayo Monkey been taking on a lot of debates. They've been jumping, man.
Oh, this is for everybody, bro. Whoever want to come up here and debate, bro. If you got a different thought of thinking, bro, on what we saying up here, bro, the link is in the chat. You able to come up here and we're able to talk about it today. This is Monday debates. But I was saying, I think that the good dudes always come in last, bro. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing because, like I was gonna tell them over there on Sharon's show, bro, the dudes, bro, who always are successful, they're not the good dudes. You know what I'm saying? Especially in these time and days. You know what I'm saying? The dudes who are the good dudes or will be the ones getting looked over will always be the ones last. But the good thing about that is you will be able to find somebody just like you because them good women are getting looked over too. So the good women and the good men are getting looked over. And all of the good and all the bad people out here, you know what I'm saying, out here doing this debauchery and things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they get the best pickings. Yeah, because it's more them. You know what I'm saying? They might have more likely to be in more relationships than the person that is a good person. But at the same time, that person that's a good person is better off finding that person that is a good person instead of dealing with all these bad folks. So I believe that the person who come in last, the good guy who do come in last, is always going to find a more valuable person because those people that he's going to be looking for is going to be like-minded like him, and they definitely going to get picked over.
So I have to respectfully disagree.
Go ahead, sir.
Because I think I don't disagree in totality, but in the format of context, right? I think how we lay the premise and context of what is good and what is bad. So I ain't gonna say I disagree with your premise in a matter of outside looking in, right? But if you get the premise, the context down is what is good and what is bad, right? In the eyes of what are good men and what are good women. What do we as defined in society, right? When we're talking about the dating market and marriage market, all that stuff, how are these things defined? And let's take it from the eyes of women, correct? Shall we go that way first?
Well, I want to stick to that point you just got through saying. So the people who start with dating, right? So let's say the good and the bad, right? So the good dude is the dude, bro, who's out here choosing the right ones, following the right instructions, not trying to do everything everybody else knows. So he ain't out here trying to get a nut. He out here looking for a mate, right? That'll be the good dude, the dude that's following the word. So basically a person, bro, who is following his religion ain't out here doing, well, hold on. I'm just saying we're only talking about dating real quick before we go into everything else. So we need to determine which one of them will be good and which one of them will be bad. Because if you're out here just looking for a nut, then I think you will be on the bad side of the game.
No. You're wrong.
Go ahead.
So you've got to determine, first of all, we got to start who determines the dating market, right? From the eyes of the beholder, correct? And that would be the women, right? So the women are typically attracted to, right, what is good to them. That's what matters. That's what's good to us. What's good to them. As far as them, I'm starting on the women's side first. The women like financial stability, good looks, fame, popularity, things that are tangible, right? So what is good to a woman looking for a good person is not nothing to do with character, right? It's her needs for sexual satisfaction, meaning who's just going to help her get sexually satisfied for that moment. The guy who she wants to date or marry has to be a economical level, or at least potential to have to climb that economical ladder or position, whatever, and on top of have some sort of I would say prestigious, something that to them seem as a winning option, right? So it has nothing to do with character at all, from a woman's lens, right? So therefore, us men are judging from the outside. Oh, well, why do good guys finish last? Good guys don't finish last because remember, the good guy is a lens of the woman, and the good guy to her, right, is her standards, who meet her standards, which is economic success or potentially economic success, mixed in with a little bit of good looks, a little bit of charm, a little bit of ambition, right? All those things that add up to the lifestyle, the life that she dreams of, right? That is what's good to her. So therefore, actually, in actuality, to the woman, the good guys, they get it first. The bad guys, I would say the bad guys that are bad to her, they finish last. Because that's who she would end up having to go back to for the most women. Because that guy that she dreams of, with all those accolades, are far in between. As those gentlemen, we know that's very delusional and unrealistic goal. But we understand that at the end, when they turn 35 and they're 40, they start looking back at what was bad to them, right? The bad guy to them was broke, a dude that was broke, right? He wasn't ambitious. He just was regular, right? He wasn't popular. He wasn't, in their eyes, an economic achiever to the lifestyle that they see fitted for them on their desires. So remember, women try to pick the men that will take them to the next level. So what is good to a woman and what is bad to a woman is different than what is for men, what a good woman is to a man, right? Versus. So that's that part. So we can agree with that, correct? The first part of the women looking at the things that have no substance, such as materialism, economic success, the things that they feel. Remember, women deal on feel, right? That feel to get them to the pinnacle of the success that they feel they deserve. And she's looking at the man who's going to potentially or already have. This is why women typically date older men, right? This is why they're very attracted to older men more. A lot of places is because part of their top requirements of a good man is good economic stability that can put them in a position to win. So can we agree with that?
No, not at all.
Yeah, some of that I'm 50-50 on some of that you was talking about. I'm gonna bring it back to the point. Like I said, we're gonna have that conversation once we get there, but I think we jumping too far ahead. What I'm trying to figure out is where we stopped at when we was talking about dating. So the question I got for you is, who has more success in the dating pool at this time and date right now, the good guy or the bad guy?
Once again,
the bad guy.
No, once again, no. See,
That's the
you got
same. No. That's look. I understand where you're trying to go with it, Rufus. We're going to get there, bro. But before we get there, because like I said, I kind of agree with you on some of the stuff that you said, brother. But then I'm gonna have to push back on some of it. But we're gonna stick to this point. All right, all right. So who gets right now in this climate that we in to this day, 2024, right now, yesterday, today, in the future? Who gets more play? Who gets more advances in these relationships? Is it the good guy or the bad guy, sir?
the bad guy, right? But the good guy to the woman, right? The rappers, the athletes,
All of them, all of them women.
Let's not live in YouTube world here, right? Most
Yes.
dudes earn about 40 grand a year.
okay.
Yes.
No,
And they out there getting married.
we're not okay. So I hear what you're saying, man. I'm not, but we're talking about now, 2024. Women aren't getting married like that, right? Because women standards are much higher than they were in, let's say, 80s and 70s and shit like that. So what I'm saying is, what women are chasing more so now, man, in a majority scale. And I'm not saying you're wrong, man. When I'm talking about in a majority scale out there, especially if they're really pretty and attractive, right? They're looking because of social media, right? They see all these things that they want. The Gucci bags, the really nice homes, right? They're now at a greater demand, even when they're dating, right? This is why the relationships don't last, because women are looking at, okay, are you going to get me to where I need to be, right? Now, once again, they will take men on potential. I'm not saying that but to OGDoDirty's point, we must look at what is good to a woman. What is good to a woman? She cares about her economical stability and this is the majority. This is why women don't pay for dates. This is why women don't pay for that hardly, because they expect and demand that men make payments up front without any guarantee on investment to be with them or even to date them. I mean, you remember the thing where the lady said if a guy asked her for a coffee date, she would block him and delete his number, right? So once again, we got women out here saying for you to conversate with me, you need to cash at me, right? This is real. This is really happening out here. So what I'm saying is, OGDoDirty, is from a lens of a woman, she determined what's a good man to her. Now, from a lens of a man, we're looking at, the good man is the guy who doesn't cheat, who goes to work every day. He gets it the right way, right? He gets it the good way. He goes to school. He gets his degree. Now, this guy to a woman is a bad guy, right? She does not want nothing to do with this dude.
No, you know. Okay, wait. That's look. We don't have to try to define what a good man. We all know what we're talking about. I don't need no extras. We don't need to try to be smarter than one another. You see how when I asked that question, Mayo gave a precise answer, because it's what we're saying. Now, once we go into context and start breaking it down, then that might change depending on what you're saying. But I'm asking is a simple question, bro. Who has, and you answered it. You said the good guy is the person who is not having the good success, and that's correct. You know what I'm saying?
No, the good guy is getting it first.
No, bro. Yes, the dudes that's out here with the debauchery got more success, bro, than anything. Bro, we said
the same thing. But remember, we can't look at it from a lens of us because we don't desire men, right? We don't want men.
It's not that, bro. I'm only looking at it from what I'm seeing. So if I'm that type of dude that's a good dude, bro, I'm out here. It's not likely, bro, that I'm going to be out here getting all these thought trains that's running out here. But the crazy part about it is, if I'm out here being debaucherous, I'm going to run into every little Cardi B there run into, and I'm going to get them. My success rate is going to be higher than the other dude who's out here not doing the shit that I'm doing, bro. So that's where we at right now. So before we go anywhere else, look, I want to say this. I understand where you're coming from with the women, but we're not talking about what the women are saying. I'm asking you guys, you as men, because it ain't about you dating them. You don't have to take this to that level, bro, because you are a man, bro. So you was a young man at one point in time, bro, and you grown from that young man to this older man to who you is. So you have an opinion. Nobody can tell you that you don't have an opinion when you is the man. Like, it don't make sense.
Thank you for that. You just helped me. Because even when we was in high school, right? Even when we was in high school, right? All the pretty girls with all the nice, who everybody desired, they only picked, right? The athletes who had potential, the D-boys who had a form of economic success, right? They always picked from the top of those guys, right? They would not he would not even look at a guy who doesn't have a car, who doesn't have a pocket full of money, who doesn't dress in a certain fashionable way. Okay? So this is all the way from high school, right? Even though we're taking the junior high, even, right? Remember they had the Gucci, dudes were coming with the Gazelles, all these, right? This is when it was kind of Cali, it was kind of a big thing, right? The women were choosing those guys. They would not get with, because why? In the eyes of them, those were the good guys. Those are the good guys. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you're asking me, see, and OGDoDirty, I'm not saying you're wrong, right? But I'm just trying to break this down in a more way that we can have an honest conversation. Now, as men, we looking at it like, well, good guys finish last, bad guys finish first, right? But once again, we're looking at it from our eyes and from men. But if you're looking from the daters, the one who's delegating this dating market is the women, right? And they're the one who's picking what's good to them, what's good for them. That man to them is the good man, the one with the Gucci on, who's wearing that nice belt or driving up to that, pull up to that Benz, right? That is what most women desire.
No, sir.
Go ahead, Mayo.
No, sir. That's a very small part of the population of this country.
No, it's majority.
Yes. No, it is not, sir.
You would do a payments, man. I'm not saying it's all true. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that every guy is actually.
There's an entire world that exists outside of the major cities.
Well, yeah, they'll tell me that.
Outside of the hoods.
But
the entire world.
Well, what is this, man? Explain to me. I'm listening.
It's not all Gucci out here.
So you say, so you're saying women don't have access to social media and they don't look at the TVs and YouTube and see all these nice things that they desire to have? You say they just don't have access to it?
It's ugly and trendy.
Okay, but I'm saying women desire.
There's a whole lot of people out here who don't give a shit about that stuff.
But we're talking about women, right? So a whole lot of women desire that stuff, Mario. Whole lot of women desire that stuff. I don't know where you been, Mayo. I don't care whether they're in Nebraska. Now,
living in America, all over America.
In the
Since I was
70s,
18 years old, sir.
In the 70s, 80s, I give you that, right? Because you didn't have the access to all this seeing things, right? Like you do now. Now that you got TikTok, now that you got Instagram, now that you got Facebook, and you got all these people posting their lives.
Instagram and TikTok affect the average woman.
Yes,
that way.
100%. 100%.
No, sir. Only here in YouTube world, sir. Only here in YouTube world.
No, in real life. I have a daughter.
No, sir.
It's affecting her big time. And I have to try to keep her in line because she sees those things the other girls got and the other people got. And
yes, sir, because it's based on the community she's in.
Well,
she's based on the morals and norms of that community.
No, the Instagram community, right? That's what she's on. That's
no. Her friends.
Her friends are poor. And she wants Gucci. She wants stuff. I have to tell her, no. She's already asked me for a car when she was 12 because she's seen cars on her Instagram. Oh, Dad, I want this. Well, wait, hold on. Now you'll get away for that, right? I'm just saying, women are influenced by outside things that they see with their eyes that is desirable to them.
That's not a woman. That's a young girl.
All women. What? You crazy? You ain't gonna tell me that older women don't want a rich man? A man of well off?
Not all.
Listen,
not all of them.
Listen, this is why
I've seen good women that made lots of money, did lots of shit. Guess what? They
still
married the biggest pieces of shit walking the face of this earth.
Yep. Okay, so those are the outliers.
Or right? No job having.
There are the outliers. They want power, right? Them women want power.
And Miss Gucci is the outlier too.
No. What I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, right? It's right. You're right. No, I'm saying you're correct. What I'm saying is most women are poor, right? So we're giving the majority of the population. Most women are poor. Yes.
Most men are poor. And
no, I'm just saying. But men are different, right? We're in a different class. We don't look for the same things in our partner as women do, right? Men, we'll take a poor woman. She don't need to be of great economic success for us to like her or to desire her, right? She doesn't have
Man,
to have all
women,
that. We look more
women do the same
personality.
thing.
Look, no, women look at economic success as one of their big factors, right? That is, I'm not saying all women have extreme more than others, but I say 97 to 98% of all women on their list, when they're looking up for their partner, he has to be economically sufficient or more. If that's one of them,
I would have to disagree,
you
especially
would
to
have
this
to
point.
agree with that. There's no doubt. Ain't no man.
No, I would have to disagree to this.
And this is the big thing, Bill. Women are the biggest consumers, so they want to consume, and they don't have the money to consume. How are they getting this money? They're going to be strippers. They're going
How
to
are they the biggest consumers if they don't have money to consume?
Because they're getting it from men, right? That's where they get all their resources from. They go in strip clubs.
No, nowadays they're getting it on their own, sir.
So that's okay. So we got to break it down, right? We have different types of women getting different types of income, right? Not all of them are getting degrees.
There is no 98% number.
No, what I'm saying is 98% of them all want, if they can get a man, make a man their man for their future husband, this dude will one of the men who have to be economically capable.
Yeah, that's a one hand shit in the other. See which one fills up first situation.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying you're wrong, man. But I'm saying
because most of these women, guess what? They ain't gonna get a top tier man.
Facts. That's facts. I'm male. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you in OGDoDirty. I know us men, we understand this, but they don't, because one thing, most women live in their delusion. They live in the illusion which they see on Instagram and all these platforms, and they think they can demand it. They think they deserve it. Right?
I just don't think most women. I just don't think most women live in that world.
Now, because you ain't been out here dealing with these modern women. We're speaking 2024, right? These women now want things that are unattainable for most women, but there are a lot of men out here faking it till they make it, and they're doing everything so these women get these things, small parts of them, just to be in the presence of women. And women are getting 86,000 followers, which are 80,000 of them men. And these men are cash apping them and send them gifts and taking them out to the finest restaurants and finest cars. There's women.
Yeah, a bunch of simps.
No, I'm just saying, right, true. And you know that America is majority simp nation.
But a simp ain't a good man.
Yes, to a woman he is, though, OG man. That's what we're talking about. He's the one dating.
No. See,
because she's gonna go jump with Pookie after that simp buys her everything.
That's a fact. So that nigga winning.
No, but here's the deal.
He ain't paying for shit.
But Pookie's paying. No. Pookie's paying too. He may dig her down better, but she's not funding Pookie's life either. Pookie is a hustler. Pookie, he takes chances. He's out here getting to the bag in other ways that are not, we can't say on YouTube because they're illegal. But you best believe the Pookies have to pay too. They just get their money a different way. Believe me, they're judged too. Now, granted, you have some low bottom women, the bottom feeders, 1 to 4s, not really good looking women, but they give up access to anybody, right? But when you're talking about the women with, we say 6 on up, especially if they got nice bodies and an attractive face. These women here, these type of women, they overvalue themselves. They say, I deserve this type of man, or I deserve this type of lifestyle. Now, if they're getting to that lifestyle,
overvalues herself nowadays.
Yes. And if they're not getting to that, if they're getting to that lifestyle somewhat, and the man try to come in and he's not, she's not going to bring him up with her. She's gonna know, right? Now, she might give him some because once again, we do understand women have their sexual needs. So, yeah, they're going to let them smash. But are they going to build a life with a lot of these dudes? No. Most of these women are single out here with dogs, and they make $40,000, $50,000 a year. And the only way a man's coming in their life, and they're going to give him like a marriage or be with them for long term, is he's going to have to bring more to the table than she is. So the women are dictating the dating market, period. It's just bottom line, right?
Women have always dictated the dating market, and men dictate the marriage market.
They used to be. Now the women dictate that too, right?
No,
They took it
no, sir,
over.
they're not. No, sir, because you have to have an offer to get married.
And most men, right? The women know that they will get the offer, right? It's almost like, right? She just says, "Oh, the average woman know that the man she gets with will marry her if she plays a position pretty much close to perfect. She's going to 100% get him to bow to her and put that ring on her finger." So
No.
that's not a problem for women to get married if they want it, if they truly want it. The thing is, women aren't wanting to get married because why? They don't want the marriage anymore. They don't want the man anymore. They just want his money. They want his resources, and they want to be able to control it and do what they want with it. They don't want kind of to be under a man's covering so he can tell them how to spend it and when to spend it. So the women are playing a different game now, right? They're saying, okay,
Yeah, and they're gonna end up alone in a house full of cats drinking boxes of wine.
and that's what they want. That's what they're happy with. This is what women are saying. I'd rather die alone than be with a broke ass nigga or motherfucker I gotta take care of.
That's not most women.
Well,
sir.
I'm gonna tell you like this: what this woman right here said, because she definitely didn't say that.
Right? That's a true statement.
Just saying. That's why we
Exactly.
telling you, bro. We know the good, and that's why we trying to distinguish, bro. With you earlier, what's the good and the bad? Because once you find out what's the good and the bad, before we even get into the conversation of what the women think a successful man is, because it's going to be different from what we think a successful man is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the point that we get into, because Tom did a whole stream on a successful. He went a whole different avenue. I'm just trying. I ain't that smart to do what he did and bring it back around full circle. I just know how to get straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? So my questions is real simple. Like, once you know what a successful man is, it's going to be certain things, and that can a man be unsuccessful and become a successful man by following these type of words that we're saying? Will it change this man into being a successful man, or will he just stay a man that's out here, like we were saying earlier, simping and other things like that? Because some of these dudes, just because you a simp, don't make you a good man. Because you still out here in a way that's not, because you're going for one thing that's not even on focus. So that's the way that we even put you to the side of the rest of these bad men. We're telling you about a good man, because that's one thing that they always skip over. They want to go to everything else and skip over the good dude. Well, the good dude is what I'm telling you. They are the ones that's going to have the less successful women, but at the end they might find they are successful, like to be with a good woman, than all the rest of us who out here just sticking it in and moving. Yeah, you can have 500, 300, 200, 150 different chicks you done been with in your lifetime, but out of all them chicks you done been with, ain't none of them been good.
Okay,
so
and all you've done is
boost your
up
numbers
your
up. It
chances
ain't
of getting a sexually transmitted disease.
You see what I'm saying? So
the guys you're talking about, OG Dirty, are pretty much the average guy who's average in looks, who's average in everything in his life, right? He has to
The average man, period.
hope.
Yes, that's what we was talking about earlier.
No, the guy with good looks, right? Who has really good looks, and the guy who has good looks and money, they're on a different tier, right? They don't have no problem with women, right? They get to pretty much play the game the way the average man can't, right? So we understand that, right? So actors, right? Ball players, rappers, women come to them and they pick. They can take 10 at a time, 20 at a time. So once again, right, we said these men playing on a different game, right? P. Diddy, all these dudes play a different game than the average guy, right? So
all those dudes play with dudes too. So
okay, that's fine. You can have that, but they get women too, right? And the women chase them. This is the part you're missing, Mel. The women chase these type of guys, meaning they pay plane tickets, they will pay concert tickets, they will pay the after party tickets to get to these guys. They will spend all their resources to get to these men. But the average man is dying to get to that man. Right?
And they're whores.
I understand that, but
so they're not the good woman that he need.
So what I'm saying, most women love entertainers, right? Remember the one man who married the woman who was finna get married, and then he got her favorite entertainer, and she damn near sucked his dick, right? So once again, right, women, they are a very unstable creature in the things they desire after, right? And I'm not saying that a woman isn't obtainable by an average man, right? It's just what he's obtaining, right?
Yes, I am king of money.
Is he obtaining a good woman or a bad woman? How can you distinguish the difference? So, OG, to your point, I would agree with you if the men were dictating the dating market. I would agree with you, right? Oh,
The men
yeah,
have never dictated the dating market.
I understand that. That's why I'm telling OG Dirty that if men were dictating the dating market, then I would give him that. Yeah, we can see who's the good this and good that, right? But because women are dictating the dating market on who's in and who's out, right? She's telling us what she wants a good man. If you live in these YouTube streets and on the streets, these women tell you.
All
I
right,
think.
hold on real quick. What's up with the time, sir? Go ahead and get your spill in. We know you're on vacation, sir. So just let everybody know when you hear Tom speaking, he on vacation. He's gonna be cutting in now. So just go ahead and let him just say what he's gonna say, so he can get in there. Go ahead, brother. I ain't mean to cut you off.
What does thing say?
No, I think.
Sick of these niggas, sick hunkies. Okay, he on the white people.
I think I actually think men dictate the dating market because we decide what we're gonna pay for. We decide what we're gonna do. So I would kind of disagree with that and say that men dictate what they want and what they don't want, what they accept and what they will not accept. So women just adhere to what we pushed out there, and they take a little further. But it all starts with the men accepting the terms of what they will and what they will not pay for, do, or consider a good or negative person. That's just what I say. But I agree with most of the stuff that you're saying. I mean, there's a lot of crap out here, but I don't think a dude that's with a woman that's been with that woman can truly, not be a simp because the simp thing is pretty much to take care of a woman regardless. So yeah, I don't think if you're with a woman, you're simping for her just because you're with her. So I don't even know what the hell that is, but most women simp for.
I think you're going out, Tom.
No, you going in now.
Yeah. So
there you go. You back.
My bad.
No, you good, bro. It ain't that. You good.
So I would like to say this, right, to Tom's point. He said that he thinks men dictate the dating market. So here's the part we have to understand. When we're growing up as little boys and girls, right, men have always been taught and been beaten to us to be chivalrous to women, right, to protect your little sisters, to be nice to all women, right? And women, they seen this, right? They saw this. And now what they're doing with this teaching, which we've been embedded in us, they're leveraging it against us. So, yeah, this is why women don't approach men no more, really, right? Because they know that the guys are going to come after them, right? Whether via Instagram, via strip club, whatever, right? The men are hunting them down. Men are hunters, and they're hunting these women down. And the women know this because her options is the men that want her that she don't want. So when she's looking through her options, all these guys hitting her DMs, right? Telling her, oh, you fine. Oh, you're beautiful. She got 10,000 of these men, right? And she's picking, and then she's like, okay, she's looking at, okay, who's going to send the most money? Who's going to give me what I want, right? And indeed, if none of these men are equal up that, she's not taking none of them. So this is why women dictate the market, right? Because the guys.
But you just contradicted yourself. The simple fact is, you said that we're born, well, not born, we're taught to be this way. We're supposed to be taught by our fathers or whatever else. So we dictate what we will accept. So that's the only problem I see is that we dictate that shit. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, if we're deciding on what's acceptable, the woman, all she's going to have to do is accept it. But we're actually giving us certain parameters of what's acceptable behavior as a man, not a woman. Men are.
I would say this, Uncle Tom, in theory, you are correct. If men would actually wake up today and stop simping and stop just doing these things for women because of the thirsty, if men took away their thirstiness and show some backbone, then yes, men will turn over the market. We know that, right? I'm not even disagreeing with that. But in reality and truth, Men are simping. They're going above and beyond for these women, even flying them out. Right? You don't hear women flying dudes out, but men are flying dudes out, even with their EBT money. Right? They're flying girls out. Get the right. It don't matter. Right? These men are going above and beyond for these women at an all-time rate. They're cash apping them $500 because they look beautiful. Right? They're cash up $1,000 because they look sexy on the OnlyFans or they go to strip club. They're taking care of these women just because they're beautiful. Because why? Because most men do not have access to these women via day to day. They don't have access because why? The women have cut this access off for the average man. Right? There's a few of them that get with women at work, but other than that, at the mall, at the park, on the street corner, no bad woman is finna give you any type of action, even if you look like you in that type of setting on her level. This is what game the women are playing now. And men are falling for it because they think the woman is God, they goddesses, and they feel the women, and women are playing them and playing on their emotions that, oh, they're gonna do whatever for me because I'm a bad bitch. And they know this. And they're saying it. They're saying it. They're clowning at each other. Oh, yeah, this nigga paid this. He paid for my flight to Tahiti. So there is no question women are getting resources from men at an all-time rate and don't even give sex half the time. So men cannot dictate because they're the one being charged. The woman is charging them to be with them on a high level. Now, if you're married, this doesn't count, right? Because that's your wife. But I'm talking about the dating market, the hookup culture. Even in the hookup culture, the women are still saying, pay me to play me. So what is good to a woman? What's good? Who's the good man? The man who got the money and is willing to spend it on that woman. That's the good man. The bad man is the one who's not willing to spend his money on her. She to him, to him is a bad man, and he's going to finish last. Now, she'll get him later when she turns 45. 46 years old. She'll pick, oh, hey, baby. Like, damn, you won't even give me no play. I know. Because then her value goes down. Now she's not, the young girls are just wiping her out. She'll come back to you then. And then now you'll be the one that finished last. You're the bad guy to her that she's going to pick up last.
Do you think?
Yeah, okay.
I mean, only about 50% of women in America are even on Instagram.
More than that, Bill.
No, sir. No, sir. I've just looked up the numbers.
More than that, man. It's like, because some of them are on Facebook, right? Some of them prefer TikTok. Some of them prefer other platforms.
And some of them, I mean, how many active Instagram accounts?
Shit, I don't know.
Versus inactive.
Oh, I don't know. But a lot of them just do via text message, right? They're just getting guys text message them and cash out the money through text. They send me. I got a homegirl who has a man. She sent him some pictures and she said, I don't like my titties. I think they're this. And he said he'd pay her to get her tits done.
He accepted that shit, though, dog. He accepted that to pay for the titties. That's the problem. I wouldn't do it if I'm not with you. Listen, I personally don't think if you're with a woman or with a man or whatever, you're a simp or something, because that's literally what a relationship is. You're simping over each other. But this nigga that haven't seen this bitch, haven't met this bitch, and don't pay for it too, he is dictating what he will accept to this woman. This woman obviously ain't giving it to no one else.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? To be a good man, a so-called good man, I'm gonna pay for this whole thing.
Yeah.
Ain't no one else doing it. So in other words, again, it goes back to the man who is dictating what they will accept and what they want. I hate to say it that way, but it's true.
Yeah. But and I do think that men have to wake up to this. If they want a woman that's at least half decent, they're going to have to stop spending money.
They're going to have to stay away from bitches on Instagram.
Sure, but this ain't just Instagram women no more. These are women who are working. Listen, even the nurses.
How are they getting out? How are they getting out there by text message?
Oh, sure, they meet. clubs, right? And parties and
And
parties.
and those same women got Instagram.
Some of them have Instagram, some of them have TikTok, some of them have they have different type of platforms. Instagram is not the only platform. People don't like Instagram. Some people prefer just regular text messaging. They give me a number. The guy texts her, "Hey, when we go hook up?" She said, "Well, how much you want to cash at me?" He cash out whatever, and then they hook up or whatever.
Do you think that's most dudes doing that?
Average? Yeah, average dudes. Yes.
Do you think most guys are sending women they don't know money via text, via Cash App?
Yes. Sadly, yes.
No.
No. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm
No,
gonna tell you why. Mail. I'm gonna tell you why.
No,
Because
absolutely not.
Because
That's real sucker. That's real sucker simp shit. No,
No shit.
no, we don't. Stop
No,
it. I make them. No,
dude, you're not everybody, right? I'm just telling you, these women are getting money.
and you running the game backwards.
No, the women are getting money.
You're getting ran over. You're getting ran over, my G.
Nobody's saying that, dude.
So if you can acknowledge the problem, why can't you correct it?
Because men, we're too divided in our ideologies, right? Some
You
men
speak for yourself.
Some men
Speak for yourself. I don't wear a football team jersey. Speak for myself.
Something, hear me out. Us men are divided on our ideologies towards women, right? Some men think that women are gods. Some men think that,
and that's when you mess up. And that's when you mess up.
Listen, look at even in the rich men, right? Their women are leaving them, right? The women are divorcing everybody. It doesn't matter if she's not happy. If she doesn't feel you're giving her what she wants.
Hold on. Let me, because this is just like, I've been on this earth for a little bit. This is my observation with women. They're never going to be happy.
Right.
They got an over-exaggerated ego. They're extremely vain. And they always want something that another chick got. Like you want to see something, you want to do an experiment, put on a fake wedding ring and go outside, go to the supermarket and see what happens.
So do you agreement with me then?
Yeah, but it sounds like you preaching the
same. I'm just giving more of a breakdown detail, but you paraphrase it like real simple. I've been just giving a breakdown of what is a good man and what is a bad man, right? Because the man asked, my man OGDoDirty said, "Do good men finish last? Why do good men finish last?" And I told him it's opposite. The bad men finish last because the ones who finish last are the ones who are dictated by men. The men who don't, by the women who don't spend the money on the women in the beginning. So they get her at her worst, not at her best.
See, I don't know, man. I'm an old school alien. I'm living in the future and the past at the same time. If I can just figure out the damn lotto numbers, I'll be straight.
The thing about it right now, the way the women are playing the game right now, the game has been played like this. The women are basically dressing real provocative. They don't approach nobody really. They're just provocative and put an appearance of okay, and then they wait for the guys who spend the money, then that's who they react to. If you do not spend the money, they will not even look your fucking way. They will not even cough your phone number.
But you know what's crazy about that? You know what's crazy? And it happens all the time. Girls that are like that, pay them absolutely no attention. Go talk to their friend.
Yeah.
And then they.
All right, y'all. Say, hold up real quick. I appreciate everybody that's here, man. We got people over there on the OGDoDirty page. If you over there, hit the like button. If you over here on the porch, man, hit the like button. Like that bottom say, man, show some love, man. Hit the Cash App. You know what I'm talking about, so forth and all that. And let me give y'all this.
Sometimes in life, the odds are against you. But if you give it your all, if you do the best you can with what you have, you still might not be able to really do shit about.
That's a goddamn fact. You still might not be able to do nothing. Good conversation going on. If you want to come up here and join, the link is on the OGDoDirty pin. On the OGDoDirty channel, it is pinned, and over on the porch, I will be dropping it. Just ask for it. Y'all go ahead and keep on rocking out.
So
yeah, drop it so I can pop up and drop a like, and I always do that.
So it's pinned over there too. It's pinned on the porch too.
Okay. What's going on? What's going on? Where you in Madagascar right now? You in Madagascar spearfishing sardines?
Yeah. Okay, nigga.
All I hear is YouTube talking points, man.
I don't know. It seems like
From the
everybody,
from the Manoverse.
yeah, it's like a peanut gallery, and everybody thinks everybody
Mhm.
leads the same life. Like it's a game of connect the dots. You know, like everything is not spectralized. It's like it's not multifaceted. Everybody thinks their life is the same. It's not. If it was, life would be boring.
There's a whole bunch of women out in the Midwest won't date a dude unless he's got a horse or rides horses.
Hey, I don't know. That's not too bad. In the Midwest, a horse will get you around when your car break down.
You know how much a horse costs?
Yeah,
Yeah, and a lot of poor people own them, sir.
Yeah, horses. If you're in the country, a horse is not a lot of money.
Oh, listen, you got a horse in the country, you're a baller.
No, you're not.
No, you're not, sir. No, you're not.
Sir.
No, you're not, man.
You know how much it costs to buy a horse, man?
Yo, you could get a horse for free.
About $200.
Yeah, about $200-300 are free.
Oh shit, dude! They're giving them away out here.
Yeah,
People
man,
giving
you
horses
crazy?
away out here.
It's not like buying.
Yeah, horses don't cost that much out in the country. They really don't. They actually, what is it? A gelding? Is that what you could get them as a gelding?
So
yeah, when you get them as a young horse, it's dirt cheap.
Yeah, like the only
So,
time.
know what it is? Once you get one of them,
So let's be clear, right? Anybody who's getting horses or dealing with horses in the days of cars is someone who loves it and takes pride in it, and they're getting the best of the best. Ain't no motherfucker out here. Ain't nobody out here, average man, right? Ain't no average man can't maintain no horse on a farm, get hay,
man. Look, hold on, man. Hold on. I know Italian dudes.
Let me let him play.
You just telling false information right now.
No. To have a horse, you need a place to keep it, right? That's what, so.
Yeah.
With that, and then you need to maintain that horse, right? You need to feed him. You need to make sure he's bathed. You need to make sure he's
getting into that.
All those things, and most people who do that have several horses, right? And most people who have these horses, I'm saying most. I'm not saying there's some outliers where you got a guy who has a horse and mama left him, some shit like that, or he just liked. But most people who got these type of horses got top bred horses like the stallions and shit like that.
Yo, hold on now. Can I continue? Yo, I know some Italians over here in Jersey. They got like racing horses.
Ballers, them ain't no $200.
Yeah, those are expensive horses. Like those are the ones they bet on.
They're more like $200,000.
No, not that much. You know, but taking care of them is a lot, and the training is a lot. But if you just want a horse to pull a buggy, that's free.
Listen, most horses, nobody's wearing rolling buggies like that.
Where are you from, man? This planet? You ever been in the Amish country?
I've been in Tennessee, right? That's real.
Never heard of the Amish?
Yeah, I heard of the Amish. Yeah.
All right, so then you're wrong.
Jesus Christ. They're like less than 0.1% of the population. Some dude.
Nah, man, horses are still used, man. Ranchers, man, you stuck in a boat. You must be from LA.
Some dude. When you go to these places in the South, right? People who usually have horses have ranches. People who usually have ranches have a lot of fucking money. Period. Point blank.
No.
Yes.
Bro.
100%. Nobody has horses don't have ranches.
Bro, Jesus Christ. How much land do you own?
Dude, nobody.
No, answer the question. No, let's get this straight. How much land do you own?
Rich ass niggas don't be talking about what y'all got, nigga. Hit my goddamn cash app, nigga.
No, I don't do that. That's simping. How much land you own, bro? I know people in the country that own like 2,000 acres.
OD Jody.
Make me rich like y'all. Buy me a truck, nigga.
I'll take care of you right now, nigga.
I'm telling, appreciate you, Rufus. You know what I'm talking about? If it's too good, Rufus, this nigga might be gone.
These are true capitalists. But
you missed the fact.
Talk some shit.
I'm all
I had a long weekend and shit. I had a long weekend, man.
So all I'm saying is most people who have horses have multiple horses number one, and they have a ranch, and they have a whole bunch of shit going on there, and they got bread. You're not poor people for the most part.
That's completely false, Mr. LA. Let me talk to you from somebody from Kansas.
Oh my God.
Okay.
What about the Wizard of Oz?
Normal people have horses here. Poor people have horses here.
Because their family got it. I understand their mama and they fit inherit it. But I'm talking about the one who owns the horses. They're usually ballers who That big ass land they got?
No,
they're
man.
not.
No, bro.
You're delusional, dude.
Yeah, yo, people, you can go to, they give away horses. You know,
No.
people got them as
Yeah,
pets.
6 old horses, not no.
No, little babe. Come on, man.
Yeah, if you're
You
family,
don't know what you're talking about, bro.
listen,
We're not gonna get
I'll
into
give you that.
You're very misinformed.
If you got a rich uncle and he has a cute little niece,
No, you don't even need to have a rich uncle. You
then they might
need
give
to
him-
have property and shelter. That's the first thing.
Listen. The only way somebody's giving away a horse to somebody, especially a baby horse, you got to be your favorite nephew, your favorite niece, something like that. It's a family thing. That's
Well,
not
you can get one for $200-$300.
no, that's not happening.
Yeah, you can get a Palomino for like $500.
Nobody buys horses. Dude, it's a acquired taste. Number one,
bro. I can drive down down in my other crib. This guy got Clydesdales behind on the side of the road. You think they're gonna jump the fence? They're like almost 12 feet high. He's got like 12 of them, and he just got them.
Ain't cheap. Them ain't no $200.
Yeah, they're Clydesdales.
Okay,
but
then.
He breeds them. He breeds them.
I'm not saying that people don't have horses. That's not my argument. What I'm saying is the people who do have these type of animals this is more of a hobby for them, right? They got to
But you don't got to be rich.
You got to be damn near. Well, in Kansas,
no, you don't.
Yes, you got to maintain that property. You think it's cheap to maintain a property?
Man, no, you put out some alfalfa, they graze on grass, and you make sure they have water and this and that, and they got a place to go in when it's cold.
Listen, these people who have these properties I've seen, they got people, the Hispanics come in and do all this shit for them, right? They got a company that comes in and
that's if you fancy.
They balling, right?
This is fucking. The world isn't Yellowstone Ranch.
The horses are not cheap to maintain. You got to buy the hay, the footage. You got to maintain it. That shit's expensive.
No, it's really not, man. When you live in the country, like everything grows around you.
Yeah, when you raised under parents who now, if your grandfather claused in, this is the only exception. People who are grandfather claused in, right, for generation to generation, has had this form, right, that their family just passed on down. Yeah, okay, you can have, yeah. But majority of people who do have these things, if you go to them, especially like Tennessee or Georgia, these are well manicured, right?
Yeah, those are like ones that are on the track, like Arabian horses. Yeah, of course, those are expensive, but those ain't every horse in the world. The ones that run the buggies in Amish town or used to pull a plow. Those things were given away.
Yes. But I'm just saying,
they breed, they make more babies.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, most people who have this type of lifestyle, it's a hobby to them, and
it's the country,
and they got money, right?
It's not a lifestyle; it's their life. It's the country. It's not the city. Come on, man.
Well, I'm just telling you. Anyway, so let's get back to the conversation of.
Thanks for telling me about living in the country.
Country is fun. I like living in the country. I would never live there, but I like it. Only if I married like 20 women did I move to the country. That's the only way I move. I got 20 women I got to take care of. We're moving to the country, bitches. But other than that, nobody wants to live in the country these days, but the people who are rich. And
you want to bet? I love my other house. You kidding me? I was watching on my camera. There was a herd of deer going in my backyard.
It's 10 million people.
Backyard supermarket.
10 million people in Los Angeles, some dude. And that's just.
I'm from both. I got 2 homes, man. I got one up here up north, and I got another one over here.
Support the channel, some dude.
Let a nigga go with all that money.
Yeah, I ain't got no money. I'm so broke I can't pay attention. What are you talking about?
Gator don't play no shit. You feel me? Gator never been about that. Never been about playing no shit.
You know why I got money? You know why I got money? Because I got a good job and I'm the last single man that got no kids. And I ain't married with no bills. All my stuff is paid for. That's why I did it smart.
Hey, OG.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I just want you to know, sir, you are rich because you have livestock, sir.
See, I ain't even know all that. You hear me? He's putting me on some new shit right now. But appreciate you, Ruthless.
What'd you say you got?
No problem. You know, I always support the the black channels, you know what I'm saying? And I support white channels. I really don't fuck with too many white boys, but I would if I fucked with them. But because I'm with the brothers, I so support. But anyway, back to the point. What's the next topic, OGDoDirty? Because nobody's coming in close. Women are dictating the market, and there's no doubt about it. If you can't pay, niggas, you can't play. That's the way it goes.
You know, you want to bet? That's why I say you're wrong. Big
I
time.
mean, if you get an ugly girl, something doing fat. You're right.
Nah, man. Come on, man. Fat. Hey, yo, I was a chubby chaser in junior high. You know, fat girls, they're like mopeds. They're fun to ride till your friends catch you on them. You know, like we all did that. Sneak her in at night and bring her out at night. You know,
some do. You get all you can eat. Fat, ugly, all you can eat.
Man, free. So fat you got to roll around in flour and look for the wet spot.
Now, if you want you a decent looking woman at around 6.5 or up with a nice body, beautiful features, that nigga, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. You better get your shit together because she's going. And then if you so lucky to get her, right?
No. You know how you get them dimes. You know how you get them dimes. Make them laugh.
But here's the problem. You had an argument, right? You're having an argument. You know what she gonna say? You broke it. Get your broke ass away from me. This is what they're playing out here, man.
Yeah, see, I don't hustle in reverse. Like I got nice watches, but I'm like, I don't wear jewelry and all. I just like nice cars.
Well, you don't have to have those things to get the women.
But to get women, the only thing you got to do is make them smile and laugh.
But at the end, to sustain them and to, I would say, put it all together.
They're going to step off.
They're going to evaluate.
I don't just suck it like that, man. Come on, I'm from Harlem.
Some dude, they see that you broke, that you ain't
broke though.
I'm just saying, that's what the way I'm just saying, right? If you date, if you like a woman, she might, she gonna give you the personality thing up front. Yeah, she'll give it. She might even give you something because she think you're cool. But now, if you want to, hey, you want to be my girl? She's gonna be looking like, okay, she's gonna look at what can you improve her life and what and how.
And then you know what's the thing about that? The second rule of thumb: you never chase, you replace. That's a rule of thumb with these chicks.
Okay, so, but okay, I agree with that. But the point I'm saying, if you fall for a girl who you really want and she looks anywhere above average with a great body, you better believe her expectations are somewhat unrealistic.
No, bro. I used to date. I was strictly dating like Italian chicks at one time. 2 of them proposed to me, and 1 Jamaican chick. So that was 3 girls that proposed to me. I was like, get the hell out of here. That was a scary moment.
Yeah, but you obviously are in some way of stability, and they saw that. Okay, he can take care of me.
But you know what? See, and this is the mentality that we're going into right now. And chicks is almost weaponize it. Like, give me this, give me that. Give me's what got you here, sweetheart. Like, don't ask me for nothing. You know, it's like we got to take care of, like, if you have a kid, then you got to take care of 2 kids. Meanwhile, they say, you seen that other show where this chick's like, yeah, my money's my money and his money is my money, and he pays all the bills. I'm like, what kind of idiot does that? Like, you got to give her your money. She's working and she could save her money, pay no bills, but you pay all the bills and she ain't paying nothing. She just literally said, your money is my money and my money is my money. And that's it. And he didn't even have kids with this chick. I was like, what kind of, her legs opened up and the sunshine came out? That's what happened? Come on, man. These guys got to stop that. Really. They got them hypnotized.
It's a question right there at the bottom of the page. What determines being a successful man? Answer that question for me.
Just
economic looks and economic success, looks, and position.
I say stability.
It's the same thing.
I would say, what is the value to that man?
That's another question.
Yeah. And see, and that's the thing. Women say, oh, we want provision and protection. You know, they always got their hand out like a baby on Halloween. You know, and it's like it's getting over with. You got chicks like, wow, you better take me out. I need $500 for my wig, $200 for my nails. I'm like, well, guess where you going? Back home. Like, what's wrong with you? And then $300 on dinner, $1,000 to take you out, and then you're gonna ask me for money for your car payment in the morning? Shit.
So once again, right, the value of a man, for a large part, it used to be 3 things, right? That was war capability, because we used to go to war a lot back in the day, you know, and then everything else. Now, because it's pretty much everything is civilized, it's economic success comes first. That's what, for men and women, they judge you on your economic success. For men, we also get value from marriage, like how people look at us, view us, marriage, and we also get value from honorability, like not messing with other men's wives, being a stand-up dude. We get men get
honor.
value.
That's amongst men. That's honor amongst men.
Yeah. So that's where we get our honor from, really. But even if you're poor, if you're broke, dudes will judge you.
All right, let's dial back. Let's dial back like we went in a time machine, and we were in 1940. What would be your sense of value? Are you agricultural? Do you know how to build? Can you start a fire from scratch? Yes, being a landowner. Do you know how to hunt? Do you know how to fish?
Can you shoot a gun?
Can you make a bow and arrow from scratch in the woods and shelter?
Yes, and can you defend well? Are you scared? Not scared? Are you scared of violence?
No, that will define a man's worth.
Yes, because at the time we're having drafts, right? Wars. So yeah, those.
But he said a good man, not a high worth man.
Well, he just said what defines the value of a man.
No, sir. A good man.
Okay, good man. Same thing. Those are the same thing. Personality.
So there's no poor good men.
Not in the eyes of society, no.
Yes, there is.
We losing it again. We got to bring it back.
I say the eyes of society. Now, if you're like, let's say Mayo Monkey, OGDoDirty, yeah, you guys might find value in a guy who really doesn't have a lot, and you guys kick it with him. But in society, right, when you step out into the platform, people look at what you got and how you're doing it to give you your value, whether they fuck with you or they don't.
Yeah, and you know what you do with people like that? You play them like a puppet, straight up. You know, like you could be. I used to do this all the time when I used to ride bikes and everything. You know, and you could be just dressed, just chilling in sweatpants. I don't be buying no fancy Nikes and all that stupid stuff. You know, and you have your hat low, your hoodie on. You might wink at a chick like you doing sweetheart. She's like, But then they see you jump in a Porsche convertible. They be like, "Hey, how you doing?" And you be like, "Get the fuck out of here." You know, come on.
Let's keep it 100, right? People value winners, not losers. Period.
Yeah, but then you just said that they're judging your winning or winners off of your appearance.
Yes.
Like half of these little nigglets, they rocking all these diamonds and looking like belt buckles on their chest. These dudes, they ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and all those diamonds is fake.
Some dude, why you
It's like these chicks, they be like, I want a $20,000 Birkin bag, but you ain't got $20 to put in it.
Check it out.
Your priorities are off.
Why you think
that's not how it really works?
Why you think most people live above their means? Right?
Because I live below my means.
They're trying to fit in and they're trying to look the part. So people, I would say, garner attention, right?
Yeah, they try to adapt to the societal norm.
Exactly. This is why women are the worst.
Yes, ego, vanity, and yes, ego and vanity, and I'm better than you, and this type of thing, and it's very trendy.
Yes,
real rap. Yo, you see these chicks? You go to the club, they all got on the same wig, they all got on the same tight outfit, they all got chest tattoos, they all got on the butterfly lashes. You can't tell them from a transgender right now, so you're scared to go out.
One last part, right? Also, a man's value is defined by a bad woman on his arm, right? Arm candy.
Yeah, that's true.
So, and women are dragging.
Once again, we're at value, not good.
No, we're talking about success. What determines being a successful man, right?
Well, that's in a group.
That's not the question, sir. The question's on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
What screen? What determines being a successful man, right? No good. Isn't there good in it?
Yeah, sir.
So what determines?
Yeah, he's right. That doesn't make success. Like arm charm, that's not.
Yes, that equates to success, right? So it's
not really. No.
Let's break it down, somebody. Let's break it down.
You can rent a chick for the night and think.
I know that. But let's break it down, right? So value equals success. That's where it goes, right? So the more value you have, the more people.
No, reverse it.
Listen, I know.
Hold up, real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and drop it down real quick. Do we want some dude or do we want Mayo? Which one of y'all is disagreeing with Rufus? So we go and let this get on out real quick. So I'm gonna let you speak, Ruthless, and then after that, let Mayo go, and then some dude, please don't jump in. Let them say what it, because I think they disagree on this. Go ahead, Ruthless, say what you're gonna say, brother.
Okay, so value of a person equals his success, right? So a man, when he steps out into the world, right, the value which he creates, which is his economic success, his image, who he marries, all this stuff equivalates to a successful man in the eyes of society.
Got to disagree.
Go ahead, Mayo. Go ahead, Mayo. Got the floor, my good sir.
An 18-year-old male in America is worth nothing.
Okay. Okay, I agree.
Being good at your job makes you successful. Being good in your community makes you successful. It's not all about money. That seems to be your hinge point for everything in this conversation is net worth.
Is that it? Are you done? So let me add the context. Is this where context matters? What I mean by value, right? It's a component of different things which equivalates, right? So it's not just about money. You're right. It's also about how you talk, who you're with, right? How you move. All of these things are a judgment factor to what people deem as a successful man. Because success, although we understand internally, happiness and success is just being happy with what you got, right? A busted down Volvo that runs every now and then, but you're able to get to work and doing a regular job. That to some people is success, right? But we're looking at the overall premise, right? Of when we talk about what determines and what people look at, which is society, right? To determine, oh, is he successful? Right? That's why a lot of people who don't have things don't hang out with people who have things, right? Because they don't want it. They feel devalued and unsuccessful. So what I mean, and once again, it's not just about money. It's also about, how you dress, type of women that's on your arm. If she's beautiful and well-spoken, that also adds value to the man, right? And success. That is looked at as, wow, this dude, man, he's got it. He's successful. What type of company you work for, right? Not just McDonald's and you're a burger flipper, but now you're a CEO of IBM, right? That is deemed success. Not necessarily the money, but it's the prestige of the position. That's what I mean.
But that's prestige. It's not success.
No, I said it's deemed to society as successful.
To society? Do you let society make all your rules for you?
It's the world we live in.
But do you let society determine what your success is?
Not in now, if you want to internally, no.
No, even on the outside.
On the outside, I can't control that. It's out of my control. So when people view me and think of me, OJ Mayo, I have no control of. But what I think of me internally is what I have control of.
Good, what you can say. Stuff with LA.
So you understand what I'm saying? So externally is people, the way my mom, my brothers, my friends I went to high school with, right?
Right.
People I socialize with every day.
Name what you would have to have to be deemed a success. You yourself.
For me?
To be deemed a success.
Sure.
The people that, because obviously you value other people's judgments more than I do.
Not really. I've been to prison, so I tell people about my story. I don't really care too much what people think about me. I do what I do, but I do everything I do for me, right? For my happiness. But what I'm saying is, though, at the same time, there is a part of me that's an imperfect part of me, Mayo. I'm confessing that if I have let's say a 1989 Rabbit, I am not pulling up. My friends tell me, "Hey, let's go meet." I'm not putting up in that Rabbit. I'm just not, right? Because
why?
I know because to me it shows that I'm not successful, right? Shows that I'm having.
Why does that show you're not successful? That you can keep an older vehicle running.
Yeah.
You have no house. You have no car payment.
No, I'm agreeing with you, Mel. You're right. But what I'm saying is, this is the imperfect part of me, right? That I have to admit to make this a genuine conversation. Because I don't want to say you're being disingenuous, because I will be disingenuous to tell you that there are things that to me, right, whether I'm going to buy a pair of Pro Wings or I'm going to buy a pair of Jordans, right? Now the Pro Wings are $25 off the market, right? But the Jordans is $150, right? So which one am I going to buy? Now, economically feasible, I only need the Pro Wings. I only need them. But damn, who do I want to see me in the Pro Wings? I'm going to get these Jordans because when I put these Jordans on, it's going to make me not only feel like success, people going to look at me like, okay, he's doing okay. It's just the human nature. I can't control that.
So you got to look like you got money.
Yes, I mean that's just what people fake it to make it all.
I try and look. I try and look like I don't have money. And most really rich people try and look like they don't have money.
With one exception.
Hey, Ruthless.
Yeah.
Were you raised by a single woman?
Yeah, single mama king.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, single mama. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Now if that's an indictment, I'll take that. But I'm just saying, right? Even this. We got to be honest about these conversations. Is I understand. We understand as men, because I'm glad we have a man-to-man conversation, that value and success necessarily isn't monetarily or what you wear or what kind of clothes you got. We understand that it's more character versus materialism, right? But there's a part of every human out here, let's be real, that, get things, that spend extra on things because it makes them, in the eyes of society, look more successful.
Well, don't you think that's a problem in your own mind? Because then that's once again, that's ego and vanity and maybe too much pride.
Yes, I agree.
Because in my eyes, like I don't want no one to know I got anything. That's how you get robbed, you get stuck up, you get schemed on. Like, nah, I'm a normal guy.
I have to disagree.
I don't like only thing, like I said, only thing I like is nice cars.
Only thing I have to disagree with, because just a few moments ago in the stream you were talking about this property you had and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm saying obviously you were using that.
But it's not something I can wear on my wrist like a Rolex.
No, but you might as well, because you spoke it and it make people see you in a certain way. You care about
but
it.
I spoke it within this conversation. I'm not walking by people.
But no, we didn't ask you for that information.
No, I'm not dumb, bro. I'm not walking by with Jordans and a watch and a chain and a diamond belt buckle and a $5,000 jacket and this and that to walk by everybody that walks by. How many people I walk by in the street actually know what I got if I'm in a sweatsuit?
Yeah, but you pull up in a Lamborghini.
So what? if I'm walking, they don't even know I got that.
Yeah, so that's the same fucking thing. You pull up in a BMW high end. So
that's one time, not all the time.
No, my point is, you buy that,
you'll never know.
No, I'm just saying, if you buy that car and you get out that car, people know that car.
And that's the thing. See, when I buy my cars, I don't buy them to show off. I buy them because I like to drive. I'm a driver.
And you also like to show them off too.
No, I like to beat the crap out of them like somebody stole my sneakers.
Yes, but you also would take them to the restaurants. You'll take them places and get out in them.
Nah, I'm going to the restaurant. I'm getting sippy. I take an Uber.
Yeah, but once again, right? We all are materialistic in some type of way. We all, and that equates for us success, right? And I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not saying it's the best thing. I'm not saying, well, if you don't got a BMW, you ain't shit. No, it's not. But I'm saying it's wrong, and I'm saying the way I think it's wrong. I'm admitted to that. But it's life. Let's be real. I'm sure all of us got something that we know that we really don't need, but we want it because it makes us feel success, like we deserve this.
Okay, what you think about that, John? Because you was gonna say something. I cut you off. I ain't mean to, brother.
No, I'm gonna let him ride with that one. I asked the question I want to ask.
All right. I just want to make sure. I got to bring us back up. Back up. So that's to you. That's what determines being a successful man, right?
No, I'm speaking in the eyes of society, right? That is what determines success, right? By your economic climate, who you with. Like if you hang out with a certain type of people, you can get, he hangs out with, let's say I hang out with Bill Gates, right? People gonna deem me successful. Wow, this guy knows what he's doing. Because Bill Gates, what the fuck with him, right? All these things we do as looked at as a form of success.
But you know what? What's it? Bernie Sanders, he drove like a 1988 car. until like just recently. And you think he still just got something real cheap. I remember there was this lady, my dad used to tell me, you always walk by her in the street, look like a bum, always pushing a cart with cans and all that. Right? She got killed. Everybody thought she was a bum. And they found out she was in one of Leona Helmsley Towers and she was worth like 52 million.
So
and everybody thought she was a bum on the street in Manhattan.
Okay.
Millionaires
figure,
pay
right?
thousands of dollars to go hang out with cowboys who don't own a fucking home.
So let me help you guys. Where I live at, there's a bar I go to, right? I don't know if y'all heard of this. Newport Beach, California. Have y'all heard of that?
Yeah, of course.
If anybody heard, just let me know if you heard of it.
Yeah, I did.
Yes.
And these white people out here, I don't know what kind of white people hanging out. These white people, I'm talking about, these dudes got Bentley trucks, Rolls Royces, like daily, average. So, and they're not shy about it. They're pulling out with Rollies and up, right? $500,000 watches, $1 million watches. So they're not trying to look like they don't have money. They balling out here. And I'm like,
all right, you want me to tell you a place that trumps that I used to hang out a lot? We used to get summer shares out there. Go out to like Dune Road in the Hamptons and Whitney Lane.
Even that
out
name
there by the water in the Hamptons in Long Island.
Yes,
They got heliports in their backyards.
Yes. So
that's different money. That'll
so
humble anybody that think you rich. Go out there to the Hamptons. They're gonna show you what money's really. You'll get humbled fast.
So I'm not going to sit here and say rich people do not show off their wealth. Maybe differently than black people. White people might do it differently than black people, but white people might do it on. They might not do it in the clothes, but they are doing it in their assets. Right? They got $50 million homes sitting over the beach.
Yeah, but they won't, and you won't see them, and you won't see them wearing big gaudy chains with fake diamonds and all that stuff.
But they have on a $500,000 watch.
Yeah, but you won't even see it. They got no diamonds in it.
On the coast of Maine, you'll see them driving a '78 pickup truck.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but they get out with a watch worth 1.2 million.
No, they won't. No,
yes,
they won't.
will. Man,
they'll get out with a Timex.
Listen, these designer malls are in business because of the rich, not the poor.
No, they're not. They're
in business because of the new rich.
No, they're in business because of the poor wanting to look rich. They're in business because of the poor wanting to look rich.
No. When you go, listen, if you go to these designer stores, right? Hours, nobody ever goes to them. You got the Nike stores just with lines, right? These designer stores have nobody in for hours. Then all of a sudden, they'll close the doors with 2 people in there, and they walk out with 2 small boxes, right? Worth. They just spent $12 million in all of 40 minutes. Just they gotta shut this motherfucking store down so they can make this purchase. This is how the designers work, right? People go in there and spend a great amount of money. So this is not poor people making it. Now there are some rappers, we'll say that. We got some rappers and we got some athletes who can come in and drop a few dollars, right? But that's not who keep the designers alive. It's the wealthy who comes in and shut that shit down, close the doors, nobody's allowed in, and they're dropping 10 million on all these luxury items and get escorted out the mall. I see this happen every day.
Wait a minute, hold on. I'm gonna add something on to what Kasim said right there. You can add another plus because another plus is health. Health is wealth. And
I was about to ask y'all what do y'all think about what he just said, because he think the formula of success of a man's success: money, physical, family, spiritual, helping others, 20% of each. So basically, you know what I'm saying? What do y'all say about that?
Yeah, that's what I was just adding. Hold on, I said put another plus and add health.
Okay.
You know how to know what you were worth? Count the people that go to your funeral. That's how you'll find out what you were worth to society.
What if you're an introvert?
Yeah, because they won't have to. They know they're the will.
No, sir. I knew a guy who was a handyman, World War II vet in Boston. 3,500 people showed up to this man's funeral out of respect, and he was not rich.
I would say to Kasim's point, I do agree with money. Physical, not necessarily. You can be fat and then be very. Yeah, you don't need to be physically capable. No, you don't. You don't need family to be success. Spiritual, you don't have to do that either, right? You can be evil.
You're just shutting homie's whole thing down. Yeah, you're right.
The only thing on there that's possible is money, a bad bitch, and maybe 50 minutes, maybe a 50, who you know.
Man,
Like,
you
you
are
know,
brainwashed.
if you
Why
walk
did you
in,
throw? Why did you throw the bad bitch in there? That's the only thing I need to know. I need to know why you gotta have one of them to be. Well, wait a minute, this thing ain't clouded. Come on, explain,
Man,
Rufus. What you
brainwashed.
doing here, man?
I'm just telling you how it goes. That's what. Now I will say this, OG, to your point. The rich don't marry the bad bitches, though. They don't marry the bad bitches. They marry the less than average to ugly women. Most of my clients who I was dealing with when I was working in Laguna Hills, Laguna Beach, and all these real high Newport Coast where Kobe used to live by, all their wives were way below average, right? And I'm like, damn. And I deal with hundreds of them. So most people, but bad bitches are more for arm candy. They're not married. They don't marry them. They just like take them out and just show them off. And then they send them on their way, right? When they're home, they have their ugly wife who's going to, and she's just getting the lifestyle. She's having the kids. And they got her because she won't kill him and take his money, right? That's why they got her. Right? The bad bitch, they might kill him. Yeah, you go
What's
bad
good with you, Bob?
Yeah, what up,
Bob? Bad bitch might take you out. But I don't think you do not absolutely need to find women to create the right. That's not an absolute. But economic success and who you know and what your career is. So if you're a rapper, you're successful to a lot, even if it's not the most positive form, right? You are considered, right? You're in the 15% of living, and all the women want you. Everybody wants to know and be around you because with you comes success to them.
All right, I got a question for you then.
Yeah.
What would you measure success if the lights went out? You didn't have all these fancy toys. You ever seen that movie Escape from New York when he hit that switch at the end like an EMP?
Health is wealth.
Yeah, I said that, but I'm saying when the lights go out, like you're saying, oh, you need a badass bitch and this, that, and the third, and the newest outfit, and the flyest this. And the lights go out. What's going to be your success of health? It's probably going to be community structure, being able to stay healthy, knowing how to, actually hunt fish, support yourself. Like back in the days, they ain't had no supermarkets. My uncles used to tell me my grandfather used to just make them go in the woods with just one shell. You better come back with a deer.
Okay, but some do. But the people who had all the resources, all the cows and all the cattle with a great abundance, they were successful more than over everybody, right?
Yeah, farmers.
Yeah, so it's always been that way, right? It's always been that way. It's just different now.
Yeah, and they died first in the big crash.
True, but hey, you only live once, right, Mel? So nobody really cares about that. People are just gonna, for the moment, if they got a chance to get 20 million and go buy a motherfucking Bentley, they're gonna do it. And they don't give a fuck. And people are gonna look at them like, oh, they're successful. Because when they pull up with that Bentley and you pull up with that Honda Accord, people are gonna look at them different. And different.
And no, because your version of success is external and mine is internal.
But like I said, I told you, I preface that, Mel. The difference. I'm not saying one is over the other. I'm just saying is where most people live by the eyes of society. That's just the true reality. It's the true reality. Most people live by the eyes and the views of society. This is why presidents get elected, right? Because everybody agrees with their thing and who views them as, okay, they have the most successful plan. And they look at their record these guys, this Obama, he was successful. He's been standing on this. He's been successful in this. We want him as president. You're not going to care that you president and you a bum and you ain't got shit or accomplished anything, right? This is the way the world goes. I'm not trying to say it's the right thing. I'm not saying it's the most, best way to go in life. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is reality is this is the way our world runs.
No, I still disagree because
No,
no one can value my success.
No. What I'm saying is,
appearance.
You just value the Hamptons. You said the Hamptons, right? Okay.
No, I said you go there. They'll show you what in your version of success looks like. Because I was comparing that to
my version.
Hey,
it's not my version. It's the world's version.
No, it's not.
It is.
That is so bubble compartmentalized. It's ridiculous what you're saying, right?
Listen, let me tell you, if you go to the restaurant right now, some dude, and Biden goes to a restaurant, right? He'll be treated totally different from you. All right? It's just the way it goes. He's not gonna, they're gonna treat him different. Because to them, he is successful and influential. So they're gonna say,
what if you grew up with the owner's friend? What if you grew up with the owner's son?
Oh, Biden's still gonna override you. Biden's still gonna override you.
What if your friendship is more valuable than some material success?
The president of the United States still gonna override
relationships with friends and family more successful than materialistic.
Bill Gates is still gonna override you. If Bill Gates come there, they're gonna say, hey, you know, we're a good friend.
You're thinking in extremes.
You're gonna have to
almost. Oh, I'm sorry to say that you're kind of thinking like one of these chicks.
No, I don't think like that. I'm telling you how society to see something you're trying to personalize.
No, they don't. Society is not this. You're in a bubble, bro. It's almost frustrating.
You can't tell me that rich people don't get preferred treatment.
No,
they don't.
No.
Okay, so now you just argue.
No, bro. I know rich people.
Let's ask everybody on the panel.
I know rich people that get kicked out the club.
We got people in the chat that say y'all are both arguing two different things. So I'm gonna put y'all niggas in the bubble and we're gonna see, can we work this out for y'all? Now I don't know what's going on, but explain your point, some dude, so Rufus can understand what he's talking to.
All right. What I was trying to explain to him is, one, you're thinking like these chicks. Like you like them chicks that'll just always have a mirror, like the way all these chicks just got a cell phone. You can't walk down the street a half a block without somebody with a cell phone in their hand taking a picture or looking in the mirror or something, fixing their wig or something like that, because they're always egotistical and they're vanity driven. And that's not how the whole world works. In some parts of the world, they don't have mirrors. You know, like, come on, man, like, open your mind just a little bit. Please, just a little bit.
Are you done?
Maybe. I want to see what you got to rebut against that.
So, number one is, we're speaking, first of all, let's clarify, I was speaking in the United States of America. I haven't been in any other country, right? In the United States of America, right? Where the most wealthiest country in the world, where everybody is trying to get over here, right? Immigrants and so forth. Success is determined by society and society standards, right? What people deem successfulness, they're not necessarily as right, but it's what people deem it, whether women or men, is economic success is one. Two, who you know, right? Or what position you hold, like whether you're the president of the United States or you're the CEO of Apple, right? People deem this as a great success, and they will give you preferential treatment due to this.
Okay. So let's, like I was doing before in that same scenario, let's strip it all away. Everything you just said. Matter of fact, let's take it a step further. You ever seen that movie Castaway? Him making it off that island without having nothing. Do you think that's a success?
So now now we're having a different conversation.
No, I'm just putting it into a different perspective.
This is what the chat's talking about. This is what the chat is talking about. You're talking about stripping life down in true value, which I'm totally in agreement with you. I prefaced that at the beginning of the conversation. I'm not saying this way that society views it is the correct way. I'm not saying it's the admirable way, right? When I'm saying it is reality, this is what it is. Now, if you want to get to Gilligan's Island and the motherfucker, you get off the island, you survive, that's a whole other conversation. Now let's talk about, if everything's stripped away, right? That's another conversation. But in eyes of society, the world we living in America, when people see you coming down the street, your family, your mama, your daddy, your cousins, your uncle, what car you driving and how you get out, what kind of job you have, all that, they gossip to themselves what is successful, what's not successful.
And like I said, that sounds like a chick.
No, this is men do this.
If you do that, then you want some widow shit.
Men do this. Listen, I heard men on this panel. We just heard men on the panels talking about your broke ass nigga. Who you talking to? You ain't got shit. Show me your W-2s.
You break them down with that. You break them down with intelligence.
You didn't hear anybody here say that.
Yeah, and I didn't.
Not here. I said on these panels. Mayo, damn, you're not listening.
Yes, sir. Because you're living in YouTube world.
No,
you're not living in the real
world. On the streets too. Niggas, if you going up, niggas will talk about you if you put it up in an old ass hoopty and everybody else got a fucking Lamborghini. They're not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, but who cares?
That's the point.
Who
Dude,
cares?
all I'm saying is, some dude, you and not get what I'm saying. I'm not saying what is right is what is wrong. I'm not talking about that. Or who cares, who don't care. It's standards in society, where you at, and your success is where you live, and people judge you off these particular things for the most part.
So you're saying not what determines what a successful man is, who determines what a successful man is?
What determines a successful man into society, which is society, right? The people you know you're close to, or people you don't know, right? Is the type of clothes you wear, the type of job you have, who you know, how much money, economic success, all this people judge you for it to say you're successful and not successful. It's just the way it goes. And nobody
that goes back to the point I made before. Some of the richest people I know, they don't dress in the highest fashion and wear the craziest jewelry and drive the fanciest cars. They want to be so low key, they're normal.
That
Like,
because
If
in New York,
if your friends are judging you on what you're wearing, you need to get better friends.
okay,
true story.
so let me tell you something. The rich only hang with the rich.
No,
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
no.
Listen, if a man is worth $50 million, he's not hanging out with a motherfucker worth making $50K.
Yes, they do. Oh my God.
Now, number one, and let me tell you
You will
why.
pay a cowboy $50,000
And,
to live like him for a week.
and let me tell you why a lot of rich people don't, particularly white people, don't like to really show off their stuff so much. They don't want to get robbed. They understand the
I
dangers.
said that before. Didn't I say that 10 minutes ago?
It doesn't mean they don't have product. Doesn't mean
Yeah, but if you're not showing it off, you're being judged on the opposite of what you're talking about.
Some do. They show it off when they go to certain places where who is there, like the Grammys, right? Places like that. They're going to wear their $1 million chain with their Prada.
You can rent that. Those get what are they? What do they call them? Commissioned for the night.
Balenciaga.
You know, like, come on, man.
Listen, if you're going, rich people hang out with where other rich people are, right? And they're going to wear and dress according to their surroundings. Right? And every day going grocery shopping, going out, they're going to dress down, right? Because they don't want to draw that type of attention. You see what happened in LA? The lady bought a Rolex. The dude's followed her out the mall and damn near tried to shoot her and take it. She had to just throw it to him, right? They drug her to the street to try to get that watch. So a lot of rich people don't show off their stuff because they don't want to get attacked or draw attention. But now when they go to a nice restaurant where who is there, then they're gonna break out the Cartier. They're gonna break out that $1 million watch they got. They're gonna and then because the people who they work with gonna say, man, you did that, and they're gonna know what that watch is. That is the term of success. People look up to people with wealth. The women and men alike really look up to people with a lot of things that they can't.
But you want to know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, and my dad taught me this. Being able to command a crowd, be the center of attention. It don't matter how much money you got. If you know how to command a crowd and be the center of attention, be cordial, friendly, you can give advice. Somebody be rich as hell, be like, yo, my dog died. And you be like, oh, that's all right, man. Oh, let's play golf that Saturday. It'd be like that.
And people who
got a super chat. Hold on real quick, Rufus. I'm gonna let y'all get it in. Got a super chat from Kingdom Mind. Appreciate you, Kingdom Mind. And she threw a cash at my way. Appreciate you, Rufus, is throwing cash at my way. She said also she sent a super chat to the porch. Want to get OG's watch hours up. I appreciate everybody getting my watch hours up. It's because y'all that my watch hours steady going up. Those who over there watching me on the OGDoDirty page, again, it's at OGDoDirty on all platforms. If you're looking for me, if you want to just find what I'm doing, if you want to subscribe, follow, whatever, just type in at OGDoDirty. If you can't find me that way, it's hashtag DoDirtyNation. It'll pull up all my videos. If I'm in somebody else's video, if I tag myself into it, or if I make a short, I always put the DoDirtyNation on it, so it'll be easy for people to find. Y'all can go ahead and rock out. Appreciate you, Kingdom Mighty, for showing love to the porch.
So
yeah, hold on. Let me answer homie in the chat. Ed Unchained. Like I said,
no, you're debating with me.
Hold on.
You were debating.
Let y'all. I got you. I mark it, nigga. I got you. I'll bring you back to it. Let y'all go and finish what y'all gonna finish real quick. So now I'll let you get to it.
Yeah. So
I was just saying something.
My final point is this, some dude, and I'm gonna let you have the reins, right? All I'm saying is I understand you and Mayo's point, right, about what we should be in the utopia formula of what is value, what's success, right? Just being able to wake up and not be dead and go have a roof over your head, the basic stuff of life. That is a success, a genuine success at that, right? But we understand that we live in a world that people are never satisfied, that people always want more, right? People are miserable in these type of settings because they see people with more and they want more. And to these people are successful and they want that success that people got. That's why they treat them different. That's why they're treated a certain type of way, because they say, I want to get as closest to success as possible. But you coming in, but you broke, you ain't got no money, I'm gonna just look at you like you don't even exist. Hey man, you remember you was off the who? You was where? Right?
Hold on, man.
People are
judgment.
I would say superficial. It's the way of the world. That's all I'm saying.
All right, now let me tell you where you're wrong, because like you go out the country to other countries and stuff like that, all that stuff don't matter. It's little different things going on. They got other stuff that they're going on instead of I gotta have the baddest Jordans or the flyest chain. You know, the way these chicks, I need the newest nails and the newest wigs. I hate that with these chicks. You can't even take these chicks swimming. You're too worried about the wigs and their nails and their lashes. They'll look like the Exxon Valdez oil slick if you put them in the ocean. The EPA will come out. Bro, can you let me talk and finish for one time?
I know that. I just want to ask
you. Go ahead. You got it.
And I'm giving you, what countries are you talking about?
Countries like Tunisia, Hammamet, Turkey. No, you never been there, huh?
I've heard of them. I've never been there. I just want to know where you're from. Because I know you were talking about Europe.
No, it's North Africa.
So, okay. That's all I was just, I'm not trying, you go ahead and finish. I was just trying to figure out what country could put the names on it, because I know most countries.
We can go to many other countries. Like, that's why I said before, you're in a bubble. Not everybody's on the coast of LA at Nobu going to the restaurant and Bentley Jeeps and all that stuff. Like, that's not it. That's not how the world works.
I know that.
All right, so why you acting like it? You sound like one of these chicks, like, pay my nails, pay my this. You better give me a cash app before you get my. Come on, man, it's gonna fade out quick.
I don't live in Indonesia. I don't live in
LA.
Right? I live in Los Angeles, right? So I'm speaking to my experience where I live at.
I get it.
Of America, right?
Get it.
America,
hold on, this might sound insulting, but you're a wannabe.
No, I'm not. I'm just speaking to my
trying to be. I get it. Oh man, I feel sorry for you, bro.
Some dude. I'm just saying I'm speaking to the things I see around me. That's all. I'm not saying that I want to be that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I want to be that. I'm saying this is what goes on around. This is what I see. Right?
So it goes over down there.
People judge success off superficiality, period. In this country that I live in and you live in.
No. Like he just said, LA, home of the fake. Yeah, they fake it till they make it and they still don't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all wannabes out there. That's the world of dreams. Like Hollywood. Go to Hollywood, we'll sell you a dream. That's exactly
Chicago,
what happened.
Michigan. We can name a whole bunch of more states. All the United States is under this.
What about Canada?
Not all of us, but we get what y'all saying.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying is, even the people who are in the rural, like let's say Ohio, Iowa, right? They still desire to have, if maybe perhaps, and they still look up to the celebrities, the things they see as success.
That's
right?
the problem right there. That's the problem right there.
That's what they look up to.
You just nailed it right there. And would you say the problem and what's being as a catalyst is social media?
Yes.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
So that's all I'm saying. That's my whole point. You agree with me, some dude? My whole point is, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying this is the best thing for us. I'm not saying that. But I'm speaking to the question.
What do you mean this is the best thing for us, to chase a dream that they can never achieve?
I said it's not the best thing for us.
Oh, okay. Now I'll agree with you.
Right. It's not the best thing for us. I know this. This is why our women are so fucked up. Because they don't know how to handle the difference between reality and fiction, right? Delusional, right? They think they see these things. They think they see all these nice things and they deserve them, right? This is why our women have been corrupted. And a lot of our homies are being corrupted as well. So I'm not saying it's the best thing for us, but I'm telling you the reality of life. People judge you on the very things that you have, who you know, and on a broader spectrum of the value of which they feel. Are you celebrity status? That's status. Are you driving this car?
Shallow people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the majority of America. That's
Yeah,
the majority of America.
Not really.
98%. Easy.
No,
Easy.
sir.
Nope.
No, sir.
Absolutely not.
Easy.
Absolutely
Easy.
not.
98% of Americans are at work every day.
But believe me, if they have a chance to come out and get rich, you think they're not leaving that motherfucking job? You better believe it.
But then they gotta face reality though, and they go to
That's
that
fine.
job every day.
That's fine. They don't care. If they get in the lottery tomorrow, you better believe they're finna go get them the biggest house they can find. They're finna get the Lamborghini. They're not finna get Toyota. They're finna get everything, best of everything, and say, yeah, this is what I've been waiting on. I've been desiring this forever.
And then once you get that, what's
And then
next?
what's gonna happen is they're gonna be broke within a year. They're back working again.
Yep, there you go.
Fine. But you only live once, and that's how they want to live their life.
Trying to what's that called? Outdo the Joneses.
Yeah, so this is where people are, though. This is the way America works.
Well,
Everybody here is
you gotta stop putting everybody in that same category.
I'm just saying the majority. I'm speaking of 98% of America.
I don't even think 98%. That is a
98%.
Nope.
98%.
What generation are you looking
This
at,
nigga
bro?
said nope.
Yeah, what generation are you looking at? Like, come on, man.
98% of America want to be rich.
Yeah, of course. But yo, you know what's crazy? When you get money, you start hating it. You know who you really hate? The IRS.
That's another conversation. But I'm saying 98% of America, if they have the opportunity to be rich, they would be rich rather than middle class.
Yeah, and then how would America function?
Well, they don't care. They deal with it when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
We're not there yet. AI is.
But I'm just saying this is why I say success is measured by superficial things, because people want those things.
All right, hold on.
No, sir. Money is security to most people.
Yes, and hold on. Let me get even crazier. Like, because I'm a Trekkie fan. Like then they didn't have no thing of currency. It was about your ability. Like when money is abolished, it's about what you contribute. Like in a world, blah. I can been there, done that.
So this is why
I'm just saying what happens when money is no longer needed.
This is why.
Then what? No. Hold on. I'm not done, bro. Let me talk, please.
What happens?
What happens? Jesus Christmas. What happens? What happens in a time when money is no longer needed? What's going to be the measurement?
That question
I'm not done yet.
You said when money's not needed.
Jesus Christ, man.
What
happens? Oh my God. What happens when money is no longer needed? What is the measurement of success then?
The measurement of success is resources, which would be cattle, food, home, land.
No, I think further ahead than that.
Or even so much as family, all that other shit.
It's going to be knowledge and know-how and ability.
That comes. That's without saying.
Well, you didn't say it.
To obtain how to form land, how to get cattle, how to take the knowledge of business, how to. This is once again right. But now you're living in the Stone Ages. We're talking about 2024, which is never going to go back.
Yeah, we trying to populate other planets, and how you going to make oxygen and grow plants and this and that on like alien soil and all that stuff. You think you're going to go out there flexing a Rolex on Mars? Like, yeah, I got this Rolex. Okay, go ahead, pick up that oxygen tank.
Some do. We're not going back to 1960 plus.
I'm talking about 24.
Yeah,
I'm going forward, not backwards, my man.
People want Mercedes.
Crazy.
People want Benzes. People want houses. People want. That's what they want. They don't want horses. They don't want dogs. They don't want that shit. They want
talking future, not present.
Future. They're gonna still want it.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all come back to. I want to ask John. John, so what determines being a successful man, sir, to you?
So to me, what determines a successful man is it's individual. It's the individual man. What is he? Your experiences. How do you handle your experiences? The principles that you learned over your life. The principles and the standards that you set for your life, and then when you practice those experiences, principles, and standards over time, Did you achieve the outcome that you wanted in life? Did you achieve those outcomes? Did you reach the goals that you set? Now, along that path of setting those goals, there were some ups and downs. Did you learn the lessons? Which comes again, the experiences we're talking about. And to me, which goes against YouTube talking points, but to me, that would determine a successful man. That you charted your course, that you navigated your course, and you ended up what you went through the path that you wanted to go through and enjoyed the life that you wanted to enjoy.
Yes, sir.
And it's just that simple to me.
Yes,
Okay.
and yo, also double brewski. I will say that what determines a successful man, having a dad that can give you a presidential pardon for your crimes. That's a fact.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. So we're gonna switch it up. I only got to switch it up because Mama up here. Mama, you still here with us? Let me find out first. Is she gonna come off mute?
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right.
sir.
So the question will be switched up. You don't gotta tell us what determines to be a successful man, but I would like to know, what do you think determines to be a successful woman? Nobody else can answer but Mama and ladies in the chat. I don't need y'all Negroes trying to answer for women.
I'm gonna answer this one.
They don't do it. I would drop you down, John. Don't do it. Don't do it. We ain't made it there yet. We still got time, man. We still got time. I will get y'all the answer there here in a minute, because we're gonna have to switch over, because eventually, because Rufus had a good point. So we're gonna bring it back to that. And I wrote it down, so I got to bring it back to him. He brought up a good point. So go ahead, Mama. What you think? What determines a successful woman?
I don't think women, as far as being a successful, look at themselves any differently than what John the Baptist was just saying. If you have something that you want to accomplish and you accomplish that, and it makes you happy, in the end of your days, if you can sit there and say, I was happy, I had what I wanted, I made it, I made my life what I wanted it to be, then you're successful. And I don't care if it means that you became an Oprah Winfrey and became the richest woman in the world, or if you live in an apartment on Main Street in some town, USA, and you paycheck to pay. I am happy, and I'm happy that way with what I have. You're a success. Now, some women are going to see it different. Some women are going to see it different. They're going to say,
Cutting it now, Mama.
but I can 80 million, but
Yeah, you cut in and out on us on the end of it right there.
to me, monetary sit down. OG.
Okay. Yeah. I said you cut out on us for a little bit right there.
Oh, okay. Some women are going to see it different. They had 80 million or $800 million. I could be happier, but I don't necessarily believe money buys you happiness. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't feel like you accomplished what you wanted to, it in the end, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
Got you. So I'm about to slide it. Ruthless, you still here with me, brother? Ruthless still here?
Yeah, I'm out here. What's up?
All right. So with this man, so we already got what determines to be a successful man from everybody up here, right? So with us being this man being successful, what type of successful woman should what should he look for in a successful woman, or to have him a bad bitch on his side, as you would say?
So you want me from men's perspective of what a successful woman is?
Yes, sir. Break it down to me so we'll know what type of man, what type of successful man, what type of woman he'll want.
So for men, it's much more simpler, right? We want team players. We want cooperation. We want beauty. In a lot of cases, most cases, we want someone that we can trust, right? So for us, success is a woman who fits those categories. To us, that is, we deem her as maybe marriage material or baby mother of your child material, right? To build with. And I pretty much simplify it. Probably it fluctuates a little bit differently here and there. Some guys want a woman to have a job or something, but the most part, the main things that men look at is beauty, cooperation. Is she cooperative? Which falls in line of team player. Consistent, just very consistent in, I guess being a good partner, and that's pretty much it.
Some dude, you got something to say about that, brother?
Hey, hold on. Smoke something. Yeah. Some good shit, too. I would say.
You already know what it is.
Yeah, I would say would make a woman successful to a man, actually honoring the words and the vows you took during that time of wedlock and honoring it.
Okay. John?
Yeah. What's up?
Did you catch the question, sir?
Yeah, I got the question. I'm just stalling.
Okay, well, okay.
I got you.
Have a successful relationship with a wife and a partner is having fun together. You know what I'm saying? Good times and the depth of a relationship, not the number. So, Kasim, I kind of agree with what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So, do anybody disagree with what he's saying right now?
He said the same thing I said.
Yeah, basically.
No, you good. Oh,
okay,
shit.
I just want to make sure, bro, because we all on the same page, bro. Listen to me now. Hey, we got to make sure we're there now.
Yeah, I just said, I see, we're saying the same.
Here comes Spoon. Hey, let Spoon get in there. Go and get what you going to say, Spoon.
She better have
I just want to say that Webby and Boosie told us what a bad bitch is, and you should look up that song and play it because it tells us what men want on that song. That's it. All right, back to my walk.
This nigga crazy.
Wow.
So that was easy.
Yeah, you know how Spoon is. Spoon don't care. Spoon a fool. Spoon gonna come in and yeah, he a fool. He gonna let you know what it is. But just for Spoon though, you know me, man. I try to work as fast as I can for the boss man. You know, boss man throw me on. So we're gonna do it like this here, and I'm gonna do it like this here, and we're gonna let it rock out. You hear me? That's how we're gonna do it. You heard what he said now. We're gonna let him finish, but you heard what he said. You heard what he said.
That was very prolific. A bitch that dishes douches and all that, like cleans a thingy and nah. I was like, yep, you got it right off the first verse. Some of these chicks, some BBLs be stinking. These, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna go on a tangent just because it's that hit sinking in. You know what? These chicks are gonna look so crazy in about 5 to 10 years. Deflated BBLs that they don't understand. They're gonna need physical and medical maintenance on. Faded tattoos, pushback hairlines. All this. Just the BBLs and the tats alone is just they're gonna look so destroyed. They're all gonna look like Little Kim in about 10 years.
That's all we're gonna. He let you know what it is, like Spoon said. So we already went through that.
All right.
Gotta have that right there. That was fire. You can't go wrong with Webby. You feel me? all the time. So I want to get y'all thoughts on, since I was watching this, I went back and I watched this. So I'm gonna try to play it. Hopefully it'll go ahead and rock through. Hopefully y'all can hear everything and it'll come through. And I want to get what you guys think about this here, because I thought it was, I ain't at first, when I first heard it, I didn't believe what I heard, but I was like, oh shit, this might be good. So let's see if everybody else. Now this is a restream of a Monday debate. How good it was. So we're gonna listen in. I want to get y'all thoughts on it.
And is God. Before, I'm just repeating back what you said to let you know that I understood exactly what you said. You said, as you know, before we've adopted the thinking and ideologies of God, how we know it now, before that, or even if we take it away, we would see that the black woman is actually truly God. That's what you said, right? Okay.
Correct.
Now, where does the father
Today.
All right.
I'm gonna skip past y'all. I
That's
want
why I
to
wanted
get to what he was about to say. Get to what they about to say. Get to what they about to say. Y'all going crazy.
Shut up. What am I with?
There we go.
What's up, Long?
man come into this picture? The black man or any man?
What's up,
Now,
Long?
regards to the father is a social construct that has nothing to do with nature. So somebody made up this whole father aspect. Man is something totally different. You grow into the man, but we go through stages in life to get to a man. So in regards to me, I had to go from an embryo, you know what I'm saying, to an infant, to a toddler, teenager, young adult, and then I graduated into a man. So when we're talking about those two terms, you know, you got to go to get to a man. And then when you're talking about a father, there's nowhere that there's a father in nature. So a father would be unnatural. That's just something to compete with the woman.
What do you guys think, or do I need to play that back one more again?
No, we heard it clear, loud and clear.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, go ahead. What you think? What you think about that?
Yeah, he retarded.
Yeah, he's smoking something.
he retarded.
Yo, yeah, I just
Yeah, he retarded.
I stopped listening. He said we're not genetically male and female. I was like, so what are we, boy and girl? It says it in the textbooks in school, male and female. You know, like this guy is, and he looked like he got that. I'm trying to be a fly nigga shit. Like he got smoke in his eyes, like he's posing for the camera, making sure the light right. You know, looking like they both having a boy off or something. I think Tom was getting them after this.
Okay, go ahead. Anybody else? Rufus, there you go.
Okay. This is why women are winning and men are losing, right? Because men have so many different ideologies on how we have a women. This guy here is one of the women worshipers, right? And he is only preaching his belief that the black woman is God. And this is a growing ideology amongst particularly black men. And women are using this to leverage as well their rights and the things that they already got afforded to them. And with a guy like him, it just makes him stronger. So yeah, he's an imbecile, of course. He's very dangerous. And he is a
Yo, you know what he reminds me of? What was that dude's name? He had all them chicks, like 12 chicks on the island and just him. What was that dude's name? He went to jail eventually. Got a bunch of them pregnant. What was his name? Damn.
You just interrupted that man.
No, but this is what I see. That guy right there, he's gonna turn out to be King Knowledge. Yo, what's that guy's name? He was on the Nature Boy.
So I'm gonna land it here. Is this type of guy is dangerous to the existence of men, in my opinion. These guys would, if they have it their way, the woman would put a chain around their neck and run the motherfucking show. So anybody who believes in this, I believe, is under idol worship and is totally anti-God.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to apologize.
I think he's a straight idiot. That's what else. This guy is like, look, that chain too tight. He couldn't afford an extra 4 links.
Yeah, I want to apologize. I called him retarded earlier. And I thought about it. He's not retarded.
What What did he
He's
got?
just he's just obedient. I forgot about Black Girl Magic, and so he's up under a spell right now. He can't help it.
Oh,
He
you
can't
think
help
he's
it.
being directed? Like, you better say
So-
this, or you ain't getting none tonight.
So this is something I want to ask y'all. Can anybody up here explain to me what he was talking about?
Hogwash.
Well,
Can we explain what he was talking about? You say, you mean, can we explain that Black woman is God?
No. Can you explain what he was just talking about?
Bunch of bullshit.
He was talking about the metamorphosis.
He was talking about how man is a father, is a social construct to combat that the woman is the mother of the earth, the mother of all creation, and that we only created a father to combat the ideology of who she is. So we're Satan and she's God.
Yeah, it sounds like I'm getting
Okay.
sell me a,
What you got, some dude? What you got, some dude?
yo, I'm getting bow tie on 125th Street trying to sell me a bean pie in a newspaper.
Okay.
Like, come here, my brother. Like, you read one book his whole life.
Okay, we got John. We got some dude. What you think, Rufus? What you think, dude? Can you give me something he said that he was talking about?
So once again, right, he was doing a metamorphosis stage from child to I said birth to child to boy to man, right? He was breaking down the metamorphosis like of a caterpillar. And he was trying to say the father was something that was just made up. This guy here is pushing the ideology once again of women ruling the world. The woman is God, and that we should be acquiescing to her, worshiping her, and bowing down to her. Basically, he's one to switch gender roles.
Okay,
no.
Mama, what you got out of it, Mama? If you still here, before I play it.
Yeah, I'm still here. He lost me when he said woman is God.
Okay,
But,
okay. That's why I think it lost everybody at, because I'm I would just look. Mama came over there and said it. Look, y'all. Thank y'all. Okay, so look, I'm gonna play it one more again. I hate to do this, man, but goddamn, nigga, I want y'all to listen to what this nigga just got to say. It was crazy as shit. Y'all right about that. It's crazy, but I haven't heard nobody talk to his point.
Where does the father or the man come into this picture? The black man or any man?
All right.
What's up,
Now,
Lon?
regards to the father is a social construct.
All right. First thing he said was the father was a social construct. We all got that right.
Yeah, we got that.
Okay.
I repeated that.
Yeah, I think he
Okay,
watched
yeah,
the
man.
Matrix.
Everybody. Okay, so let's continue.
It has nothing to do with nature. So somebody made up this whole father aspect. Man is something totally different. You grow into the man, but we go through stages in life to get to a man. So in regards to me, I had to go.
So, do anybody disagree with what he just said right there?
Yes.
Did you grow to be a man?
You grow into be a man. You grow into being a man. So you got to go through steps to become a man. You got to basically what you were saying earlier. You got to go through your faults or whatever. You got to go through situations. This is going to make you become a man. So that, to me, he kind of on your point, but then he about to flip it a little bit. Now, what you think?
Don't you do that? Don't you associate this crap with me? Don't you associate nothing he said with what I was saying at all? I'm gonna call you doo-doo if you do that crap.
Hey, man. I plead the fifth. I'm high as hell.
Cause you know he finna do something stupid. That's going opposite what I think.
Well, I would say that he is wrong because you determine a man is by your gender. Simple.
And I plead the fifth. I say I'm just high right now, but he had it right for like 1.8 of a second, and then I don't know what he's about to do because I can see his hands going up, and I don't know.
Well, I just want you to make sure you listen to this, some dude. Make sure you listen to this. I'm gonna go back 5 seconds. Bam, bam. Watch this.
Man is something totally different. You grow into the man, but we go through stages in life to get to a man.
All right, you heard what he just said. We go through stages of life. So What do y'all say to that? And Rufus, I think you was about to say something. I cut y'all, brother. So let me hear Rufus first, because I did cut him off. I didn't mean to cut him off. Go ahead, brother.
So you're a man by your gender, your genitals, right? That's what makes you a man. Once you go from
No, that makes you male. That makes you male.
No, it makes you a man, right? A man, male.
That makes you male. That makes
Okay,
you male.
so once again, right? Man and male is the same thing. All right. Now you can put in different categories, but in my eyes, a man, a male, female, male is one. It's gender by your genitals.
All right, let me save you, brother. Let me save you real quick. You
Let him
Hold
finish.
on. Wait a minute. You can't just cut the man off, man. Let the man get his complete thought out, man. I ain't when he send that money, when he send me a cash up to drop your ass, don't say nothing when I send you up out of here.
Where's my pen? I gotta start writing stuff down.
Yeah, man.
So a man is determined a man by his gender, what he's born with, right? And if he's of age, be able to fend for himself. He's a man. Period.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead, some dude.
Yeah, because I actually got a pen in my hand right now.
I know you got
the
ADD.
way, man, I'm beyond that. About time he clipped it, we should have heard it about maybe 10 seconds prior, because that's where it sounded real stupid. But right here in this moment, just from like, yeah, man is going through this and that and that and that to become a man through growth or whatever experience block. I don't know what he's gonna do next, and I plead the fifth.
Really, some dude.
Yeah, man.
Bro, you stopped us for that, bro.
Come on, man.
Come
rewind
on,
it again, then,
bro. I don't have to rewind because we about to go into the part that everybody kept on missing. That I'm trying to figure out why ain't nobody says nothing about this. So I just played it, and then I played the whole thing, and then we're gonna do it again. Here we go. We're gonna play it some.
No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't.
Nah, push it forward.
No, because I want you. Just the part I was trying to get to is this part right here.
So, in regards to me, I had to go from a embryo, you know what I'm saying, to an infant, to a toddler, teenager, young adult, and then I graduated into a man. When we're talking about those two terms, you know, you got to go to get to a man. And then when you're talking about a father, there's nowhere that there's a father in nature.
Oh yeah, he's stupid. Take everything back.
So what did we do? What we didn't address? We did address that.
Okay, so the part I'm on is when he said here. See, the stupid part is when he got to talking, like Rufus was saying, when he got to mixing the other talking points into it, because now he's talking about nature, sir. He's talking about there's no father. The reason why he said there's a man and a father is two different things is because you grow into be a man, but to be a father, it's just got to be it's like in nature. What in nature do you see that's a father?
Bro, called him nature boy. That dude from the internet.
So actually,
I'm only speaking to what he just said. This is verbatim what he just came out of his mouth. Okay, so go ahead.
So speaking to what he said, and if he's referring, I don't know what this idiot's talking about. If he's talking about Mother Nature and you're trying to equate that to that why she's called the Mother Nature, well, then I'm gonna go one step crazy than what he just went there. If you really want to say it, then Father would be God the Creator, which is God in heaven. Because God created Mother. God, don't do that, some dude. God created the earth. And so he is also known as the Father. So if you want to find what man fits into the cycle, you're right. Father is not going to be found in earth because Father is greater than the earth. He created the earth.
Checkmate. I was going to congratulate you. You just didn't give me a chance. You got it out.
What you think, Rufus? What you think, Mama?
Now, I mean, spiritual context versus physical context. Now, John Baptist in spiritual context is correct. In physical context, physical. If you have if a man and woman have a child, like you know what I mean, he has a father, right? The child has a father, and the mother's the mother, right? That's just a title. There's a title which displays this family unit so that we can describe dynamics or how it works, right? The father, he's the head of the house. The mother, the woman, she's the home nurturer, and the child is under their tutorage. So it just helps. It helps to structurize the family unit so that we all understand who's who.
Okay. So the question I got for y'all is, and I want Mama to get in here too with this answer. Simple. Where in nature is there a father? There's only certain places where it's a rare case. Where in nature are there fathers?
Pretty much everywhere. Even
Okay,
an
go ahead,
apple,
explain.
even an apple tree has to have a male counterpart to bear its fruit.
Okay.
No male trees. If there are no male plants in your greenhouse, what happens to the female plants? What happens to the fruit bearing?
But no, what I'm saying is,
transgender a plant.
well, yeah, that too. But what I'm saying is, where in nature are fathers? So I get what you're saying. He's saying the fathers in nature are not there to do what we are doing. He's saying the fathers are the lone wolves, or the ones that don't have to take care, don't have to do everything that the woman does. So he was saying, just to be a man, you have to go through steps, but to be a father, anybody can be a father, because the only thing I do is stick their wick in something. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, without them going through the duties, like everybody else was saying, he's not being a father. But he was saying, where in nature do you see an animal, or basically anything in nature, taking care of something that's a child? You know what I'm saying? Or a baby. You rarely see it.
Okay, so
That's the
OG,
whole
let
point.
you-
It's
hold
only
on,
in
hold on,
certain
hold on.
cases
I
that
will
you
say
see it.
this. I will say this real quick.
So OG,
It's
let me ask you a
sea
question.
lion.
Hold
Sea lion
on. Let Tom go. Go ahead, Tom.
it's a sea lion. Sea lion takes care of the children. So there they have them now. Sea lion. That's the nature.
Just about every animal in nature.
Seahorse.
Yeah,
Seahorse.
seahorse is a good one. You got go. What else?
Every animal in nature.
Can I get a frozen virgin daiquiri strawberry?
Oh, God damn it. He's okay. Yeah, but besides, like I said, it's gonna be, in some cases you're gonna be able to pick out some things in nature. Like I can go through and pick out some things in nature, but wait, I'm asking y'all for the overall, where do you see it at? Is it the majority or the minority of nature is fathers out there taking care of doing a fatherly duty?
Majority.
Majority.
Lions set the perimeter for the lioness, so the lioness can go out and hunt and kill, but the lioness set the protection and perimeter so they can go out there and do it safely.
Yep, it's a hierarchy. You gotta protect the woman so she can protect the kids, and you protect them all.
And most pack animals operate the exact same way.
Yep.
So
y'all agree with that? Y'all agree with that?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure.
What
I'm
are we
just
supposed to
trying to
agree
figure out.
to?
Yeah,
What
are we into right here?
What you mean?
I'm like, what the hell?
John, say what you just said a few
Trying to
minutes
make me
ago.
understand his
Don't
stupidity.
ask me what you're agreeing to, sir. If you listening to the conversation is being had. John just got through saying something. I'm asking, do you agree with what John is saying? You tell me, don't ask you. Come on, bro. It's called listening. Come on, bro.
Good shit, man.
That don't, bro. Just because you keep on calling it some good shit, don't mean it. If it really was that good, you'd be like me. You'd be paying attention. You'd be focused.
I am.
What you
I'm
doing?
just like, we stuck, and then you gotta figure. I actually got a pen in my hand because I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say.
Oh my God, bro! I'm gonna pray for you.
Yeah, I went from like which animals is male and what's male and this and that. I got the answer, and then I lose it.
This nigga here. I'm gonna go back and let you just hear what this nigga said, bro. You cannot hear.
So if I'm a toddler, teenager, young adult, and then I graduated into a man. When we're talking about those two terms, you've got to go to get to a man. And then when you're talking about a father, there's nowhere that there's a father in nature. So a father would be unnatural. That's just something.
And we up here telling him that there is them in nature, because the protection and all that stuff. But what he's saying is basically to taking care of the off breeding, you know what I mean, whatever the sow, whatever it is, they don't do that. They might protect, but they're not the ones that's doing everything for the child basically.
But so if you're comparing male animals, well, we all animals. If you're comparing
This nigga crazy.
So if you're comparing like lions and sows and comparing to human being, men and women, well, if you look how the house is ran in most homes, in the home, the woman does the most in the home as far as cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, the nurturing of the kids. She's the most active inside the home. But if you look at what the male does, we kind of repeat each other. We kind of repeat in nature. Nature repeats us what we do as far as the males. We're more active outside the home, and what we're doing is more active on the outside.
Yeah,
So
like
it's really no different than what you talk about in the South. It's like women do the most with inside the perimeter with the felines or the lioness, and the king does more at the perimeter. The more danger, the more. So, another way I say this is that men are built to sacrifice, and women are built to submit.
yeah, but like a eagle's nest. They got them on YouTube. We could probably look at them now. Like go on YouTube and look up live eagle cams, and you'll see
Yeah.
the male. He'll sit on the eggs. They'll hatch, and the girl will go out and get the food. Go to the river and get fish, and then they'll swap it off. And he'll be seeing him. I seen one. It was a male, because they got the white heads. Yeah, he was covered in snow. It just looked like a snow mountain. He just wiggled it all off. Oh, now that's deep.
So again, that's why I asked you. Like I said, we can go through them. We can name different ones. We can go to penguins. Yeah, you said seahorses. You can name certain things. Owls, certain owls do it. Not all of them, but certain ones do. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go through, but again, it's that the majority or or the minority. And you told me it was what?
Well, I don't know. So I'm gonna go and honestly say I don't know if it's majority or minority. I know there are, but I do know that you do see the human male and the female relationship repeated in nature too.
Yeah, and also
Now,
I think
if it's majority minority, I can't answer that.
I think if it's from a worldview, that's more species orientated. So that's a hard number to put your finger on. If you categorize
this is what he's saying, and this is his logic behind it. Like Rufus was saying earlier, if he was paying attention, he using some other type of babble. He's not using logic that we're using.
Shit.
So this nigga, it's coming from somewhere, nigga. God damn, it's crazy.
My bad.
Yeah, bro, it's coming from somewhere, bro. You can see what Rufus. You still here with us, brother?
Yeah, I'm here with you.
All right, can you please tell us where this is coming from, where his logic is coming from?
So this is an ideology, probably a new religion, some sort, that's been grafted by the imagination, and has been used, assimilated into an actual form of worship. And this is the justification for it. He's breaking down is how he's justifying his allegiance to women.
Now, if you was here earlier, this is what Rufus was talking about, and I told him he was already speeding ahead of the goddamn conversation because I didn't need him to. And I told him I was gonna bring him back to it. I told you, Playboy, I got
blaming
you.
it on me.
No, it ain't you, nigga. It ain't got nothing to do with you. I was just letting Rufus know I got him. I knew what he was talking about. You know what I'm talking about? I'm listening, Terry. You know what I'm saying? My ears are open. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Because he's basically displaying everything Rufus was saying. And then it was what was pushed up on him.
Right.
You feel me? And this is what he's giving us. So we listen to what this man, because this is not the only thing he gonna say. You see what I'm saying? So it's more to it. And it goes, you see what I'm saying?
I'm looking beyond it. I think he did this because Cooley got a lot of followers, and this guy, he's trying to get on or something. And I bet you he's just a homosexual because he need like 4 more links in that chain. Looks like he's about to get choked. What's wrong with this guy?
So to be more profound, right? To be more profound is these type of guys with the women are using to leverage against the men who are alphas, et cetera, who has the misogynistic attitude, right? They're using this guy to take down us. So this is their. I would say he would. I would say he would be a rook.
Pawn.
No, more of a rook. You know what I mean? Brooks go whole rows. You know what I'm saying? Take out whole rows.
Yeah, whole row of holes. Take out a whole row of holes.
So he's more of a rook. I would say the simps are horses.
You sound like that dude Nature Boy. Like I don't know. He's gonna get exactly what he wants, though. I'll tell you that. He's gonna have like 6 baby mamas and suspended license and jail sentences every 4 months.
The paramilitary is the pawns, right? So 911, that's the pawns.
Yo, you know what's crazy? And this is why I never show my face, because this is not my motivation for any type of fame or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, you'll never, ever find a picture of me on the internet. You can scrub it 20 times. And my job consists of that. It's like we're not allowed to have that. Then you just, I ain't even going to get off topic, but see, I don't like all this. That's why I don't like social media, but I kind of control it.
Not gonna get off topic, but you already did. Okay, I got you. That makes sense.
Don't get the muscles confused.
Some dude, bro. I swear to God, bro. I don't know what you. This dude here, bro. I swear you be cutting up. Spoon, you got something to say about this, sir?
Not really, because he's the same psychobabble that y'all been talking about the whole time. Is he technically wrong per se? If you want to say so, yeah. But if you really break his argument down to the macro level, he's not technically wrong. It just sounds stupid because most people don't live on a macro level. So that's all.
Yo,
I
Tom,
can't tell what Tom is saying. Can you translate that, OG?
he said he's trying to basically.
No, let OG.
No,
let
I heard
OG
I got
translate.
headphones. He's like the guy's
Okay, here we
living
go.
like he's on a macro level.
Here we go. Let's see if he's gonna get it right. Let's go. What's
He
the first
said he
thing
sound
Tom
like-
said?
He said he's acting like he's living on a macro level. He's not living in this type of reality.
Okay, go
Not
back,
word
go
for
back,
word.
go back smoking your fake weed because you lost it on that one. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead, OG. Say what Tom was saying.
No, he had it right, bro. He was listening. Finally, I don't know what the hell's going. He won't listen to me. He'll listen to Tom though. I'm gonna tell you about these New York niggas, boy. They ain't shit. Nigga hearing is all fucked up.
Damn, bro, just like that. I thought he was cool.
Yeah, man. Y'all niggas heads be stuck in microwaves.
Okay, am I breaking up right now? Am I breaking up right now?
No, you good, bro. You still coming in kind of crazy. I was trying to fix it, but every time I echo cancellation, it cut your mic off. So I just let you rock. So
Be moving again on a cruise or something. Hey, yo, put $1 in a slot machine. See what you get.
This nigga here is crazy. All right, so I got this old school dude that was sitting. He tell this nigga nothing, bro. That nigga that cold blooded dog. I'm trying to tell you.
Why LA not up here? Why LA not up here?
Bro, I don't even know. I don't know what's wrong with that jigger boy. I guess his legs is broke. So we're gonna go ahead. All right, so we're gonna talk since we didn't talk about how successful is successful on man, woman. Let's just talk about successful people real quick. So I got something I want to play for y'all. Let me get that pulled up. There we go. We're gonna see what y'all think about what this nigga talking about, because this is really on a whole nother level. Some of y'all ain't gonna like it. I don't care. Here we go. See what he talking about.
Habits of highly successful people. Habit number 1, they listen more than they speak. Habit number 2, they understand the importance of knowledge. They are always learning. Habit number 3, they surround themselves with positive people. Habit number 4, they don't care what other people think of them. And habit number 5, they always have a goal they are working towards achieving.
Now we just got through talking about successful people and everything. Do y'all agree on these 5 things that this man said these successful people will have around them? Like what type of people they, you know what I mean?
Play it again. Play it again, OG.
Yeah, play it again.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
5 habits of highly successful
5 habits of highly successful people.
people. Habit number 1, they listen more than they speak.
Number 1, they listen more than they speak.
Habit number 2, they understand the importance of knowledge.
Understand the importance of the knowledge.
They are always learning. Habit number 3, they surround themselves with positive people.
Surround yourself with positive people.
Habit number 4, they don't care what other people think of them.
They don't care what others think of them. I done heard that all tonight. So let's go.
And habit number 5, they always have a goal they are working towards it.
And they ain't stop grinding. They always trying to get that paper. Do y'all agree with the man?
I agree with all but one. And I know you probably directed this at me. The first one was like, listen more than you speak. What if you're the person speaking and you got to listen? You think you slick, man? I ain't dense. Yeah. That's some slick shit right there, dog.
You might be pent, though. You know what I'm saying? You know how you be over there, bro. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think, though?
Okay. I disagree with people do care what people think. Right? Successful people care what people think about them. Right? That's how part of their success. Right? And what others view them. And image is everything, right? Image is everything to them. So, because that's why they get caught doing things, right? Because they care not to get caught because they don't want to ruin that perception of them, of their success.
Who is successful? Who you consider successful? Ruthless.
I would say, on a micro scale, I would go with, let's say, P. Diddy.
Okay, we good. All right.
Whoa.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me go ahead and say this. L.A. Wilkes, the Thin Black Line, $9.99. He said, "This is the slow panel, respectfully, sir. Well, you should join because you hella slow, and we haven't sped up yet. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just show you how slow he is, nigga. Hey, what you talking about? Nigga, get your slow ass up here, nigga. What you talking about?
Yo, did he
Appreciate the $9.99. Nigga, you could have just, you know what I'm saying, did better than that, sir. You could have showed your face. I would have appreciated that. Show us how slow he is. Come up here and outsmart us.
You gonna let him slide with that dirty? Like he said.
Oh yeah, bro. He sent $10, bro. I gotta let him slide with it. I'm just telling him bring his smart ass up here.
No, not
and
him.
He can tell us slow people what it is. Until then, he
said
can stay in that chat. We good.
Successful.
You say what?
You didn't hear what Ruthless said? He said, you said, who you think is successful right now? He said, P. Diddy. You gonna let that slide?
Bro, he a New York nigga, bro. He from where you from, sir? All y'all niggas slide on baby oil from the backside.
No, he not.
I don't know what to tell you about
Ruthless,
this.
That's the LA cat, man. He
I understand, sir. He talking about your mans. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not from there.
Man.
I'm from the D. You hear me? I'm from Dallas, Texas, baby. We don't do all that. I just live in Oklahoma. Well, sir, you got offended because he brought up Diddy. I ain't had no problem with saying about the man.
You said you said that
I don't care what Rufus said about Diddy. If you want to talk about Diddy, he can talk about Diddy. I don't care. Diddy ain't my friend.
I don't know that motherfucker.
That ain't my homeboy. I ain't about to take up for him. You the one want to take up for Diddy? What you getting mad at me for?
Said it first.
It doesn't matter, sir. You the one taking up for Diddy. That's your partner. Rufus, tell that nigga Diddy his partner, man, and we don't care about all that. God damn, we don't care about Diddy.
Man. You know what,
bro, you the only person up here caring about Diddy.
He said it, not me.
Sir, you brought it up to me. I let it go. I let it go because I didn't care. Sir, I didn't care. You want to hear about your boy Diddy. We ain't about to talk about Diddy. I'm just telling you, I don't care about Diddy. It's your boy. It's your man's. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I want LA to bring his smart ass up here and show us how slow he is. I appreciate the $9.99.
He's too short to push the button.
That's a fact. What's up with a B-baller?
In this particular, in this particular country, image is everything, right? This
See,
particular
there you go. He backing it up, man. You letting him slide.
so we'll take, from I'm just saying, success comes with a price, right?
Oh, now you're getting it. But say who was the guy you're talking about again?
Some dude, man.
I'm just playing with you.
Money with you. I'm trying to let you have a good. I'm trying to let you be part of this conversation, but I know that you don't want to go into the money war, so we're gonna let you relax, right? So once again, right, success is something comes with image, right? And image is everything. It's in this country, in this particular country. So do people? That's why I disagree with. He said that successful people don't care what other people think of. That's a damn lie. That's a damn lie. They care what they people, listen. Listen. When they told Obama, remember they tied Obama to the preacher, and the preacher was talking about this crazy stuff. This is the preacher that Obama was going to. They're like, hey, Hillary Clinton's like, hey, do you agree with that, Obama? Do you agree? Obama said, I don't know him. Obama said, I don't know him. Shit. But you go to him every Sunday. Oh, yeah, but you don't, just because he think like that, because Obama knew that if he did not clean that up, he could lose his presidency. It could cost him. So once again, right, image is everything. So people care what people think.
Okay. But still no. And that's the problem. Vanity and ego is the downfall. And if hold on, I'm not done.
Are you agreeing?
God damn it, man. Can I finish the sentence, please?
Are you agreeing?
Or just you know what?
Wow, this is crazy. This is crazy.
I'm just trying to understand what he's saying. So I don't fucking agree to lay his premise.
Hey, some dude.
Let me what? Say.
Oh, hold on. Some dude. You know how you right now. You know how Ruth is making you feel.
Pissed off like I do to everybody.
Yeah. This how you do it every other night.
I know. y'all learning one of my skills. Teaching y'all little ninja.
Yeah, you can't do nothing with that though.
Don't mess with, huh, John?
He just don't really shut up though.
So are you agreeing or disagreeing?
I disagree with you saying.
Okay, now lay your premise.
Watch this, guys. Well, I think the way you're trying to level it to the point of ego and vanity, and I think that's the downfall of everything. And that's the problem what's going on right now. If you're saying somebody's status is the most important thing in your life, to be leveled as success and what people think about you, then you must have a bad night's sleep every night. Because I don't give two shits about you.
So, OG, my answer to the question is yes.
bad.
I agree with the 5 statements. I agree with the 5 statements. Yes, OG.
Okay. Appreciate you, John. God damn. You remember?
God, so body boy. Like
they keep on going off the rafters.
You talking about a shit show. God almighty.
That nigga, they're cold, bro.
You really want to, listen, tell you something. If you really want to know why people care what people think, well, if you can
we don't want to know. We don't want to know. We good.
Well, you know, I'm just saying, Jonathan. You know that if somebody go to your family reunion, right, in front of all your cousins, uncles, all of them, and said, "Nigga, you suck my dick," I guarantee you, y'all gonna have a violent confrontation because you fucking care. Yes, you fucking care. Because now everybody gonna be
no, I'm not gonna care what they say. I'm not gonna be around them. I'm just gonna be doing my own thing.
Take your bitch.
So you
take that bitch you love so much.
Hey, John Baptist. So you just say you're gonna be like, if he comes to that front of your whole family, right, and then they looking at you, you gonna just walk away like nothing happened?
I'm gonna let them do them. That's them. They do what they gonna do.
Nigga, how many times? Yo, I'm getting jail feels from you. How many times you been locked up, B?
We're gonna have to talk rumble.
All right.
No, so dude, you getting personal here?
No, I'm good at filling out personalities.
I have nothing personally against you.
I'm not. All right, forget about it. I'm just getting vibes.
OG, you gonna take over the show or what, man? What you gonna do?
What you mean, bro? They having a dialogue, sir. I like to salute the Uncle Tom, man, for supporting the show. You know what I'm talking about? The boss man of the network putting money back into the show. You see that? You know what I'm talking about? That boy hit that link. You know what I'm talking about? That's what I'm saying. He ain't playing no games. I told that man solid. Y'all go ahead and continue. Don't worry about what John talking about. He up here being old.
John the Baptist, we understand what John the Baptist represent, and I've been knowing John for some time now, so I'm cool with that. But sometimes John was not realistic, but because he cares about his image, so he's not going to say, "Oh, because I'm not going to beat the dude up for saying that," because John, he's hyper religious, so he want to pretend he don't care what people think. But John knows good and fucking well that if somebody disrespects him or he feels disrespected, especially in front of a lot of people, especially the people he care about, right? Especially the people he fucking care about. It is an emotion that you cannot do, and it could be violent. But anyway, back to some dude.
And that's what I was talking about 10 times. You got an overinflated ego and a sense of pride.
Yeah, and this is the way, but it's
no, but hold on.
Of the world.
Yo, I'm not done, man. Please.
It's the imperfect part of the world.
Jeez,
So you gotta really understand that. People have got smashed over the image, said something about somebody, and it wasn't true, and they came and deleted them. This has happened. So don't think don't think people don't care about their image.
Go ahead, some dude. You got it, brother. Go and say what you gonna say.
Man, as soon as I start talking, this.
No, bro. Bro, you got the flow, nigga. I just talk, bro.
I said what I had to say. I gotta sneak it in quick like a jab now.
No, you don't, bro. Just speak.
I
need you to get your full.
He's talking from a standpoint of an overinflated ego and a bad outlook on society to be judged upon himself. So it's like you're tainted. It's like that's bad, bro. That's bad. That's not it. And everybody's not like that. In a nutshell, that's it. That's all. Everybody's not the way you think like that. I don't give two shits about nobody, but my family and me, and my good friends and the people I love. Everybody else, I don't give two shits about you or what you think about me. That's too much stress on people. That's why you got from bulimia to come on, everybody, all this beef. Come on, man. We can revert back to the previous conversation. So shut up. You still gonna sit there and push that narrative that everything is based off of what everybody thinks about you and your social outlook? Then you got an issue, bro.
So
you really do.
So what I'm saying is, right, from my anecdotal, I've seen dudes start rumors on dudes, and they get deleted behind those rumors. People care about their image. People care about what people think, especially the ones they care about, right? So, yeah, that's why it's good just to mind your own business and stay out of other people's business, because things can be taken left. People care about what other people think.
Let me interject. That's the whole thing about not caring, because it doesn't get you in that situation. How you gonna not care? You turn and walk away.
Oh, that's so utopia.
Oh yeah, no. Well, you got to do that a lot.
But guess what?
Well, you're gonna get into a fight every day of your life. Everybody that bumps your shoulder, that's how you living.
Well, I'm not saying
that's not how you should be living, my man.
No, so something don't misunderstand.
Jail vibes. I'm telling you, I'm getting jail vibes.
Don't misunderstand me, right? It's not every little thing, right?
You probably done a lot of stupid
stuff. It depends on.
Yeah, you that nigga I don't want to hang out with, because you probably be doing some stupid shit.
Come on, man. You gotta let them get it out, man. Y'all keep on talking over each other. We can't even understand what the hell going on. We're trying to let Rufus. They're gonna let Rufus say what he's gonna say, brother, so you can have your time.
So once again, right? I know OGDoDirty can relate. A lot of homies can relate. Growing up, to be a man in life, understand that image has a price, right? And people care about their image. People care about what people think about them, especially the ones they love and care about. And a lot, if this is now, that's a little too broad. So let's talk about successful people, right? Let's talk about people who care about, the more successful you are, the more you're going to care about your image, because part of your success is your image. And if your success is tainted, it could cost you your success, which is a direct shot to the ego. Sorry to say, it's a direct shot to the ego. And, this is why people delete people to protect their image, or try to pay people off, right? Lawsuits to protect their image, because they don't want to go down, or they don't want to be looked at a certain way.
Okay, all right. Good. Can I cut you off? You said lawsuits, so we all know about defamation of character lawsuits and things like that. Don't go off on a crazy tangent. But what I'm saying is, why even engage it? Why entertain it? You can cut it off right there at the root. But you're gonna react to that, and it's just gonna grow and escalate. Correct?
Well, depends. All depends.
What's the problem? What's the problem? Just when if you was to freeze frame it, like watching like a freaking movie, freeze frame it. Hear the audio. What's the problem, and what could have solved it, so it didn't escalate? Riddle me that.
So, once again, right? We do see people do anything to protect the image at times, right? Not everything. Some things, you're right. Some dude, I hear what you guys are saying, man. You and John the Baptist could be brothers, right? Y'all talking about, oh, well, walk away, do the right thing. But this is a society people don't always do the right thing. Majority do the wrong thing. And if their image is making them a lot of money and giving them a lot of things that are what card of wealth and prestigiousness and a certain treatment, and it's coming down to you or their success, and what you know or what you say can ruin their success, they will come after you. They will hunt you.
Boom. There you go, right there. What if all that is not based off of your success? What if your success is not contingent on none of that?
Oh, then you know about it. You don't care. Now it's all about.
Thank you. Finally.
But that's all.
No, don't even look at the Bible.
But now you still got to show respect because you might trigger another type of thing, right?
I walk away. I don't care about all that stupid stuff.
I mean, so like, I'm just saying, not everybody feel the same way you feel.
I'm in silence, bro. You see my logo? I'm a bet.
Yeah, but you still won't
you never see me coming. You definitely won't see me going.
And you don't go around name calling people on the streets. You don't do disrespectful stuff on the street because it can cost you, right? Because people care about the way you think about them to the point to where they would do something to you if they feel you're disrespecting them or their name. This is the way the game goes.
And you know what's one of my superpowers that I haven't exercised when I'm back on the game because I still am kind of like in the DEF CON, like the DEF CON competitions and things like that, and all the pen testing and things like that. I got the ability to take away people's lives. Do I do it? No. So I don't care.
But you're not untouchable, so don't get that twisted either.
No, well, not even gonna get into what I do, but yeah, I can mess a lot of people up across the board. But do I? No, that would be malicious and stupid. I'd probably lose all my clearances and bug out and should have get locked up. Probably get a raise though.
Well,
OG, you got something you can share?
Yeah. I got something, bro. Of course, I got like 2 more things, but I'm trying to let them get it out because I wanted to.
No. I'm saying, you got something I can smoke.
Oh no, brother. You know what I'm saying? Not for you, John. No, sir. I don't got no anointed weed, sir. I'm gonna let you know all my weed is gonna have you going to hell.
You gotta get.
Please pass it this way when you're done, John.
Oh hell no, Mama smoking too.
Yeah, y'all drive niggas to doing drugs.
Hey, baby, Mama, you got to get your own tonight, girl. You get none of this. Told you it was good, man.
Nah, they been having a little fun with it. Shit, I've been letting them rock it on out. You know what I'm saying? Like shit.
We have in this debate the man who has lost all humor out of his life versus the man who's the most sarcastic human being I think I've seen in a long time. This is fun. Keep going.
Who, me? Wow.
Well, y'all
called asshole a lot.
Y'all was off the chain. Well, this man right here hold on. No. We about to move on because we already stopped and moved on. So we're gonna move on. Check this out. Chasing money. Would this be a part of y'all success and anything like that? We're gonna find out and see what you guys think about this.
Money, you'll always be chasing money. If you chase purpose, money will come. So sacrifice, I don't know. Depends on how you look at it. I work 6 days a week, which means when I started, I was married, still am married. I had 1 child, was 9 months old, and within another year, we had another child on the way. That meant I didn't spend a lot of time with my kids when they were young, 1 day a week. That motivated the hell out of me to get to a phase where I could spend time with them, though. I'm kind of old school. I believe it's the male's responsibility to be the provider and protector, which I realize in this day and age is a little old school, I guess. I prided myself on the fact that my wife was able to be at home taking care of our kids, and we didn't have to have a nanny or somebody else take care of our kids. But that meant I had to work my ass off, and I did. So I guess that was sacrifice. But a lot of the things I said no to, if I wanted them now, I could have them 10 times over, and I don't want most of them. If you chase money.
We all caught up?
Yeah.
What you think?
Yes, sir.
This is why men
I
are
don't
losing.
think you should. Go ahead.
This is why men are losing right now. I'm not saying it is the way we are bred it, but women are now taking advantage of this and taking us to the bank and cashing a check on us because we are so traditional and they're not.
Early in life, I used to chase money, and I thought chasing money would bring me, would bring you the things that you like, the peace, the comfort, the joys of life that we all thought you'd get by chasing, by getting more money. Later on, as I got older, I began to learn that you don't chase money, you attract money.
Mm-hmm. You know what else? A secret that I figured out, like looking at a foreshadow. When you do something you like that makes money, and it doesn't feel like you're working, and it accumulates, and next thing you know, you look up and it's like, wow, I got a career or something I like doing. Down the road, back and forth, it's like crazy. If you chase money, you're right. You chase money, you're gonna never stop running. But you can attract money. And
What you got? Rufus, what you got on this?
Well, be chasing money.
Yes, sir. About that bread chasing, trying to get to that money. Is it good or bad? Do you think, you know what I'm saying, is it needed because it helps the family in the long run? I mean, you might lose out on a little time with your kids, but you being a successful man and knowing how to get the job done, you can eventually make time for them kids, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Like you might have missed their younger years, but you know, teenage years going to baseball, football games, you might be able to start doing that because you see at a, you know what I'm saying, the 8-9 years where you wasn't, you know what I'm saying, really there for them because you were trying to get that paper so they can live a certain type of life, you know, go to a certain type of school, all this stuff right here, you know, it's still being successful.
That is a form of success particularly that is what men are built for, right? We are very capable of, carrying the load. This is where we excel at. And it's a curse and a blessing, right? The blessing is that we can take care of your family. We can go out, bring back resources, make sure they have everything they need to succeed. A woman to raise a family, to have money to do laundry, all the other stuff she needs. We're going to have that for her. And she gets a new little Gucci bag with it. And the kids are able to go to school, some of the good schools, have clean clothes, making sure they have the best education, all those things, right? That's what we are working towards when we're chasing that money in that format. The curse is a lot of women aren't patient, right? They just want to, what about me?
But let me get you. Is that successful? Well, all you just said, which was very dope.
I preface that.
Before.
Some do. I preface that. You weren't listening. See, you weren't listening.
After everything you said, which was dope, do you consider that being successful?
You don't listen. I preface that in the beginning. To us, that is the epitome of us. The success to us, yes. I said that in the very beginning. I preface that before.
I want the old Ruthless back. You brainwashed them, Dirty. This is ill, man.
No, I preface that in the very beginning.
Do dirty and them a warlock or something.
Once again, to men, to raise a family and be able to bring back resources for our family to succeed is a successful mission for us. But I said it's a curse and a blessing, right? Because a lot of our homes have been infiltrated when we're out working all those hours. Our women are going out having side dudes and work husbands and stuff like that, right? Or doing things that are, destructive in the house. But for men's success, yes, we are so happy because duty is what we do. This is what we're built for. This is why we're better, because this is makes the backbone of the family. One who takes sacrifices. Sacrifices are going to the club or going out with the homies to get that extra 3 hours overtime so that we get that new bike for Christmas. All that stuff is what makes us us, right? We put our family first.
Yeah, cool. But for the past half hour previous, you was talking about what other people thought about what you would deem as successful.
Okay, but this
Now
is one
you did
form.
a whole backflip 180, but I appreciate
No.
it.
This is just one form of success. I'm not saying that, even this, right, is a form of success that has cost us dearly. It's a curse too, because it costs a lot of men their families, more so than it's kept their families together. And here's a problem about chasing money, right? Yes, it is what makes the function of the household be plentiful. But the problem is, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And this money that we're making, right, has corrupted certain people around it, and they're taking advantage of it.
So
Family court.
all right, hold on. Let me get in real quick. So basically, what you were saying before with all the LA fancy cars, the jewelry, the watches, the restaurants, to be looked at as successful. You saying that what they're doing is evil?
That too, yeah.
Okay, wow. It's an epiphany.
No, I never said it was good. Never. I just described it, and I was giving profound, in-depth look at life, right, and what it truly is. I have not made a judgment whether it's right or wrong, but I do know it's not the best for us. Money does not bring happiness, nor does it solve
Finally. See, we had to beat you into submission tonight.
No. This is a different conversation now. We're evolving into the metamorphosis of chasing money.
Man, don't use words you can't spell.
We're evolving from a caterpillar to a butterfly, right? So now we're talking about the outcome after all this, what this money can mean to any individual, right? And this is the great delusion of men and women that are thinking that, oh, if I get all this.
It's crazy. You still thinking like you're in a bubble, like in a YouTube frame of mind. Like
let's look at Tom Brady. Right?
No, seriously, because everybody is not like that, bro.
So let's look at Tom Brady, right?
This is not the world. This
okay,
is far from the world.
So let's look at Tom Brady, right?
Oh
right? Epitome of success, right?
There you go with the extremist stuff.
Quarterback of a football team, married a top model. And you know why she left him? Because he didn't listen to her. He wanted to play one more year of football. And he was happy. He enjoyed his job. And let's be real. He had the best
money help, having all the money and did that help?
Let me finish, dude. Let me finish. He had one of the best jobs any man could dream of. Because he only plays 4 months out the year. It's 12 months of the year. Right? He only plays 4 months. So he gets to be with his family 7 months out of the 12 months. Right? I'm not talking about the in-between because he got money. He can have a flu in like before the game, all those extra perks. So, and she still left him at the top of his success because she didn't have
like a control freak. She sounded like a straight control freak.
So she left
I think he's good. He got out.
Yeah, she wanted him to acquiesce to her ways versus his success, which made him happy.
Man, yeah, he did a good thing getting rid of her. He get any girl he wants.
No, she filed for divorce first.
This thing crazy.
She went and filed, not him.
Oh, did she get some of his money or something?
Well, she gets out. Check this out, some dude. So she's rich already, right?
Oh, so wait a minute.
Tom Brady, and this is why I respect Tom Brady. I got a whole new respect for him. You know what he did? All his assets he put in his mother's name, right? So when they divorced,
I heard that.
Yes. When they divorced, she went out, even though she's rich, she's worth like over 30 million. She still wanted half his assets.
Yeah, and it was all in his mother's name.
All his mother's name.
The cars, everything.
Yes.
The bank accounts.
This is how greedy this woman was, right? His wife, 3 kids. She turned on him for his success and tried to use it against him. So
that's a danger, man. That's why I don't know, man.
Heavy Heavy is the crown that wears the crown of success.
And you know what? I bet you he'd have been happy living in Brooklyn in a brownstone. Chilling.
Say that again. Say that again, Brutus.
Heavy is the crown who wears it of success.
Stop right there. I'm glad you said that, brother. Bro, you be say OGDoDirty, man. I'm telling you, Rick, watch this, man. Say check. I want y'all to check out some salute to the DBD Drop By Discussions. That's a show that I host with my brother Resler. You know what I'm talking about? We come together and we do a little something like this. I want y'all to hear what this man said on one of these shows. You ain't never watched it. It's the Drop By Discussions, episode 5. We got like 25 or 26 episodes out so far. We go on every Tuesday night at a Wednesday morning at 12 a.m. in the morning. But I want y'all to hear what this man says right here about success. Check this out.
Do you know how many journalists would kill? Wait, you probably do. First, I want to say thank you to agreeing to this interview because I know you are a very, very busy person.
Yes. I usually like to fly under the radar, but I figured since I'm already on the campaign trail, why not?
Okay. First, let's talk about your reign. Now, you've had a fairly long one. What would you attribute to your success and popularity?
Oh, that's easy. Every generation is the same. I appeal to their lust and ego. I offer all the sex, wealth, and fame a person could want. Do as thou wilt has been my campaign slogan from the start. And my campaign platform hasn't changed either. I run on the same 3 issues every generation. Lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life.
Okay.
What y'all think about that?
Yeah, he was wrong on the third one, but I know who that guy.
That is a fact. Facts.
What we got going there, John? What we thinking there, John?
Well, y'all want me to go?
I'm just sitting back learning right now, bro. I'm just learning. That's all.
Oh, that's like he basically broke that down to like the Baphomet, the Illuminati, and all that. But that's the Lucifer, and just that's like, come on, his carriage is ran by the 4 horsemen. You know who that guy is.
So to provide.
Like, hold on. Let me even take it a step deeper back to old niggas. Y'all ever heard of Legba?
Nigga, what?
Legba? You never heard of Legba? The Crossroads?
Nigga, what?
The Crossroads? Seriously? The one that takes every musical star to that plateau where they become a star, but you owe them. Like you ever? There's actually some movie.
The niggas that went to the crossroad to sow they soul to the devil.
Yeah, Legba. That's his name.
Okay.
Well, in that movie, The Crossroads.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The
the
nigga with the hat and shit. I know what you're talking about. Come on, yeah.
Yeah, with the guitar. Come on, man. Don't tell me, man.
I know what you're talking about, man. Come on now, some dude, Rick. Goddamn.
Don't movie battle.
I ain't about to try to do that with you, sir. I just told you I know what the hell you was talking about. I'm asking you, what did the man say? Did you agree with the man or did you disagree with him?
No,
said facts, and facts. Did you agree with facts, and facts, nigga?
I agreed with facts, and
what's the nigga? Break it down. What you disagree with?
It kind of pertains to who's being targeted or who's susceptible to that. Like that doesn't work. Like that's why. I guess people got to wake up. Don't let that guy get you, because it looks good at first, but it hurts you later. Get it slow. Like, what's that saying? No, I ain't even gonna go that far. I'll say that one for later.
Man, you lost me with that again. What you talking about?
The first 2 he got right. The third one, You can play it back for them if you want, but that's just a simple formula that's been used for generations and eons that we were talking about all night. Sex, lust, money, fame, ego, everything. It's a lot more than 3, but
No, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
So to in depth break down this is the destruction of the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is what majority of our women are chasing after, right? And it's an illusion sold to them, and they believe in it. they manifest it, and they will leave, and they will destroy the family and everything in their path to get what they think is greener on the other side, when in actuality, it's just what he says. It's just death.
You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing wrong. I mean, shit. What you want me to agree? What you want me to disagree with? I mean, on this context right here, I'm only listening to what the man was saying. So again, listen what he said. Listen what this man said real quick. I don't know if it should still be up on our end. Hold on. Okay, hold up. That's the wrong one. Let me go back to this one. There it is.
Yo, you know what's crazy? That if you look,
hold up.
No, let me catch this. This is a good one. Freeze it right there. Freeze it. Freeze it.
Damn it! It better be good, bro.
Wealth and fame a person could want. Do as thou wilt has been my campaign slogan from the start. And my campaign platform hasn't changed either. I run on the same 3 issues every generation: lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life.
Okay, hold on. He's spitting. And the Bible says that too. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. So he's correct. Every generation is the same. Nothing is new that is happening here. People have the same wicked desires. That's point number 1. Point number 2, whoever did the makeup, I feel like I'm going to see this face.
This nigga dick holding. We ain't got time to hear all that.
Yo. Go ahead, man.
So once again, right?
No, hold on. Let me get this off before I forget. Do you see the ticker? Like it was a CNN ticker. It said mandatory. No, look, you could play it back and look at the ticker on the bottom. The whole production of that video. Listen, it says, they said that's the mark of the devil, and that's the guy that he's playing. It said mandatory RFID chips will be inserted and new form of currency will be initiated. And it says that rolling across the bottom like a ticker tape while he's saying all that.
You're right. It did say all that. Go ahead,
So we, once again, right, this is the destruction of the family right before our eyes, right? This is what's, our kids are being attacked, our wives, our girlfriends, and men, right? So even a lot of men are being attacked under this pretense of this lust of the flesh. It goes back to chasing the money, right? For the love of money is the root to all evil. And this is why it is not the best thing in the world for a man to reach economic success, to have a great life, because with economic success, or lots of whatever, comes leeches, right? They just want to leech off you. Everybody's using you. How can you tell somebody love you for you or for what you got, right? So it puts you in actually a worse position if you were poor and just had bare minimum and having things, than if you had all these things, because now you don't know who's who. It's hard to tell what has substance and what doesn't. So the object of success blinds a man's ability to discern what is love and what is trickery. And our women are even at a greater disadvantage because they think that this is life. They think that this is the fountain of youth. They think, that they have this, that they can achieve all the things, to so much that they're selling the form, they're selling the man, they're selling the kids, so they can have the things they want to have. Most women who are having babies, they want to have that. They trying to get, that's why they want their man to have 6 feet, 6 figures, 6 inches, 6'6", right? Because they want that man to have something, but the money's the most part, right? So they can have to take from you. When they get ready to leave you, when they're tired of your ass, they want to have something to take from you. And this is why most women won't marry broke men, right? This is why women will have a long-standing with a broke dude, because they want something to take from you. So what this displays here is just the wiles of the devil, right? Everybody thinks that money is the key to life. It is a fountain of greatness. All it is just cancer that's going to eat you up and spit you out.
Yeah, but I'm still thinking you forgot the premise of that whole video. What spit you out, not what the actions did. Like, what are you chasing? What's gonna really mess you up as far as the circumstances, the outcome? But it's like running into a burning barn. That's what you're telling everybody to do. You said that's what is your level of success. That's high level of success. But then you on the opposite side, you said, yeah, that's evil, but do it anyway. Come on, man.
No,
What you doing?
some dude, now you just want to argue with me because once
Nah,
again,
I'm just listening carefully.
No, you're not, because I prefaced it.
You're going up and down on a slippery slope.
Okay,
You
so
keep
now
gliding backwards.
let me rebut this, right? I prefaced everything and I said it over multiple times. I know this is not the best for people. Okay, this is not a good thing, but I'm calling it like I see it. That's all I'm doing, right? I'm not saying this is, hey, everybody, you need to be this way. No.
Right, boom. All right. Like I said almost an hour ago, everybody doesn't have that look through that same lens.
What I'm saying is,
your lens is very cloudy. Everybody's not like that. We're not in the
what
bubble.
I'm saying is most of the people in America.
You said 98%.
Yes, that won't.
And you're bugging.
That think money's the answer.
Jesus,
yes, 98, maybe more.
Bugging.
Maybe more. Maybe
so
more.
100%. 99, you're saying. All right.
Maybe 99.9, right? That think money is the answer to their problems. Wow. Right? I agree with that 100%. You do too. It's very.
No, I don't, bro. You ain't roping me into that idiocracy.
If you really want to.
Nah, I don't think like that, my man.
Take $100,000, right? Take $100,000, right? And put it
so
in the middle of anywhere, right? And leave it open. And to see if you can walk
take it, of course.
Of course, anybody's gonna take that money and they're gonna think it's life changing.
Yeah, it's
right?
like roadkill to an animal.
So therefore, it has a great amount of meaning to them because these are things that people think will get them things.
All right, riddle me this then. Riddle me this. Like I said, I'm gonna revert back because, like I said, you're on a slippery backward slope. If not, all right. Imagine if you had $100,000, right? Put you in the middle of nowhere. Where are you gonna spend it? It's just gonna look pretty. You know what it's gonna turn into? Firewood.
Yeah, it's nothing. The value of money.
So what's the value of it?
The value of money is only good as you can spend it.
And that's it.
But it works here in America, right? We're talking reality, right? The things that you know.
America is not the whole world.
Yes, even if you go to Europe, you can go to anywhere in the world and have $100,000, right? And it's going to get you a lot of fucking things. Any fucking where.
All right.
Right? You go to Saudi Arabia, you go to India, you go to Philippines, you go to 100 bands, you're going to get a lot of attention and you're going to get everything pretty much what you want. People are going to treat you differently.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
you come out.
So how many times you been out the country, bro?
Man, money. Seriously. Listen.
Zero, right?
Listen, but I've dated every race you can think
you
of.
dated.
And they want the same thing.
You ain't never been out the country and you're going to tell me what's going on. Can you relax a little?
You're going to tell me
I'm going to tell you don't know what you're talking about. That's what I'll tell you.
I go to the Philippines.
I'm smelling jail vibes. Like, you're not even allowed to leave the country, are you?
If I go to the Philippines with $100 million, you don't think I'm going to be the man? If I go to Thailand.
Nigga, you sound like these chicks acting like you're going to be the next Beyonce, man.
Wait. If I go to Africa.
There's no if. We don't live in ifs.
No, we do, because you're sitting here talking about.
We do? Oh, my God.
Don't get
all right, you got it, bro.
Will kill you over money to take yours in any country.
What if you got something more valuable than money?
Well, then it have to be gold.
Jesus Christmas.
Yeah, or drugs, but you still need money to buy it, right? So it comes down to money, right?
All right, man, you got it.
Yeah. People value things that they desire. And the things they want desire, they need money for the most part to buy damn near everything they want. Damn near. And if you come in there, spend an incredible amount of money, you will get in any country. I don't care where you want to go, Brazil, anywhere you want to go, nigga. We can go to Cambodia, nigga. You go in there with 100 bands, you're gonna get all the bitches. Guaranteed. You're gonna get a big house.
Cambodia pussy, nigga.
I'm just saying.
You weird, bro. But hold fast though. Cambodia. What if you went to Cambodia and where you think there's a 7-Eleven in the middle of nowhere where you could spend money? What are you doing out there? But what if you took the fishing, hunting, or trapping?
Cambodia
What
got
if you taught them a new way to eat agriculture? Isn't that worth more than that little $100,000? Knowledge.
that country.
Knowledge is worth more than money because you got to have knowledge to make money. Correct?
Well, let's take a deal.
Well, no. Answer the
Let's make
question.
a deal.
No, ain't making no
You have
deal.
to have knowledge to make
No,
money.
yeah, no.
You do not
Answer
have
the
to have
question.
knowledge
Don't
to
be
make
doing
money.
all that.
You do not have to have
You need
knowledge.
to have knowledge to make money, right?
No, you don't. Nope.
All right. That's
It can
why
be, you
you
can
broke.
inherit it. You can inherit it, silly. You can inherit money. Nothing you have knowledge, nothing to do with knowledge. Your grandpa passed you
How
off.
many times does that happen?
It doesn't matter. It can happen though.
It does matter. What do you
It
wish
doesn't.
upon a star? You putting a tooth under your pillow?
You can get money from.
Come on, man. You sound, man.
You can win a
I'm getting
lottery.
jail vibes. I'm getting jail vibes. You in a bubble, B.
No, dude, you just arguing to be arguing. You get
Nah,
money.
you just bugging out, man. You sound silly.
You can make money just by going to being stupid.
Well, I guess you're gonna be broke for life because you dumb.
All right. Well, we don't want to talk. I'm not going to talk about my financial position versus yours, but
Yeah, you
I
don't
know
want to
one
do that.
thing.
That'll be
You
your
do
worst
not, you have money. You do not need to be smart.
nightmare. Really?
Nope. It can be lucky.
So you got it. So not to gain knowledge, to have a career and go to
You go to
college.
the casino.
You got to have a brain to go to college, right? To get a nice career, right? And to handle your finances, right? To be your own financial planner, right? Do your own taxes, right? That doesn't take knowledge.
Yeah.
So then, what are you talking about, man?
I go to the casino and
Oh
win.
my God!
Hit
All
a
right,
jackpot.
bro. You got it. You got it.
Hit a jackpot. I go to the casino, hit a jackpot for 10 million.
If we go with if again.
You just said I need to be done.
He's just saying you got to be smarter than that.
If you go to the casino, right, and hit a slot machine,
Casino.
put a fucking coin in a slot machine, and it hits, you're rich. The fuck you talking about?
You spend casino money rather
get
than
rich.
education for further.
That's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, and you can go to college and get a career and you make money for the rest of your life.
But that's not
50-50
guaranteed.
chance.
Yeah, and you won't get rich. That's not guaranteed you to be rich.
You go to a casino, man. You don't win in casinos, man. Like that's a
Everybody
99.999900999 something percent. Anybody get paid.
Some do. Education does not guarantee you to be rich either.
In a way,
And
it does.
And most wealth is generated from generations.
No, not bro.
Most.
You go back. Now you're trying to play
Only
on the
15
terms I was playing before. Go in one direction, man.
It's only 15% of the people that's doing 100,000 or more, right?
What?
And then it gets even 100,000 or more. A six-figure earner is at 15% of the population, right? So therefore, education is just like the lottery, fool. Just because you got an education don't mean you'll ever make 100K.
Counsel, what you go to school for, stupid?
Go to school for accounting. That's still ain't gonna get you 100 grand.
Accounting, that's a flooded market. Everybody goes to school for something simple and mediocre and remedial.
Oh,
Like that.
jobs are flooded. What are you talking about?
Pick something that's more niche.
Everybody can't be do STEM field. Everybody don't
we were talking about what's knowledge worth then, right?
Well, first of all, I need you to answer the question: do going to college that gonna make you successful? Because that's what he asking you.
And I answered that. I said, counsel what you go to school. You got people that'll go to college for that. Shut up. We got people that'll go to for a basket weaving degree. They'll get a basket weaving degree and spend 50 grand on it.
It's no. Just say no. It's not a guarantee.
Yeah, if you get a basket weaving degree.
Even if you go to hold on.
He just asking. I just need to know the answer. That nigga said, tell him again something, dude. What you told him, what you say something, dude.
Nah, I ain't doing it no more, man.
No. OG, even if you go for engineering, it doesn't mean you're going to be a fucking good engineer.
Uh-oh.
Come on now. Even if you're going to be a lawyer, don't mean you're going to be a good lawyer. You might be a public defender or a public pretender and make 50K a year. And that's 11 years of school. What are we talking about? Even a doctor, you might not, if you're not, you might make a mistake. You might only be making 60K a year. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Not 60. I know niggas that drive truck make 100.
Yeah, you definitely in a bubble, B.
Just because you're in college doesn't guarantee you rich or success, right? And don't even guarantee you the top job, right? You still have 2 years experience. Most employers want experience. So now you got to go out and figure out how you're going to get experience after you graduate. That's why student debt is the biggest killer of success.
No, laziness is the biggest killer.
No, no, it's not. Student debt.
No, laziness.
And remember, if you go to school for 10 years, you're not lazy.
If you go to school for 10 years, you don't know what you're doing. You should be out of there in 6 months.
No way.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Now you
Get
nigga said,
wait a minute.
you hear what he said? Ain't no fucking way you're gonna get anything that's making big money. It ain't gonna go over 6 years. Easy.
Let me put myself down here and bring Tom over here real quick so I can let you get back over here.
If you go to school for 10 years, you should be out in 6 months. If you already been for 10 years, how you gonna be out in 6 months?
No, I said if you don't know what you're doing in 6 months, you should be out of there.
But here's what your problem is. Ruthless is not lying.
Oh.
You know, it's not lying. Just because you go to school doesn't mean you're gonna be a success. Okay, she's not technically wrong. And my wife called me a dickhole because I said Rufus was correct. You know how many fucking crackheads got degrees? A lot of them. You know how many?
But see, the argument was he would rather throw it in $100 grand in the casino.
Well, that's stupid. I wouldn't do that either. But
there we go.
But that doesn't mean that smart people don't do that and still lose all that money. What are we doing then? Just because you go to college don't mean you will ever be smart. Just because you graduate from college don't mean you're smart.
But I'd rather take that chance and have that piece of paper than blowing it in one night in a casino and hoping.
Okay, well, in that case, and that means that them getting a basket weaving degree is a good degree. You see what I'm saying? And if we're just talking about college and someone getting a degree, that would defeat your purpose again, saying anything about a basket weaving degree. So, I mean, just say he's right, because he is. You know he's right.
Partially, as far as that point. No, I still say no. He said he would rather blow it. It started off blow it on college or blow it in the casino.
No, that's not what the argument.
Dirty jumped in and said that's a 50-50 chance, and then he made us fight.
That's not an argument.
If you go to a casino, that's 50-50. That's guaranteed. You can't tell me them numbers don't work. What we doing here, son? If that's the case, but let me get your money. If it's so much of a guarantee, you send me thousands of dollars and I go play just for the enjoyment, and I send you your half when I win.
Shit.
Well, that's what you said it's more than a 50-50. Prove me wrong.
Yo, that's the two things I don't do is bet. Because I seen some bad things.
This is an opportunity for you to make some money and put money in your pocket. Send me some.
I've seen some bad things happen to people that gamble. Trust me. People get shot in dice games every day.
The argument is, do you have to be smart to get rich? No. Because it can be found on you. No, you don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't got to be smart to get rich. That's the most bullshit argument. Hold on. See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all fucking making Rufus seem like he's really smart. You don't have to be rich to motherfucker. I mean, you don't have to be smart to get rich.
You can inherit it or win lotto.
You can do more than that, right? You can create something. That doesn't mean you're smart. It just means you're expert in whatever it is you figure out that's going to be a winner. That's not smart.
You figured out something that works.
Some of the dumbest motherfuckers make goddamn, what do you call them, duck calls. You know how smart you got to be to make a fucking duck call? Not at all.
Yes. It's a fucking flute reed.
Yes.
Getting somewhere. Now we getting somewhere. Now we getting somewhere.
And it took time to come up here. Now we getting somewhere. Now you listening to something, dude. Go ahead, Spoon. Go and break it down some more.
Tom, hold on.
No, nigga, be quiet. Be quiet. Let Spoon talk because he right on point. Go ahead, Spoon.
I mean, I'm not an advocate for college, even though I graduated from college. I'm not an advocate for it because most people go there as a next best thing, getting out of high school because that's what was inbred into you to do. It doesn't make you smart. Some of the dumbest motherfuckers went to college. Some of the dumbest goddamn athletes get to go to college for free, but they dumb as shit. Dumber than a motherfucker, but they gone. They ain't go. Do they know how to spend their money? And let's think about all the goddamn professional athletes that went to college in the NFL or NBA or wherever the fuck they're at, and they broke today.
Yeah, because they stupid. Like, you ever seen that joke? The guy, he goes,
Okay,
Bill in
so
the church.
again,
He goes, Billy
so
Bob, bring it back.
again, you don't have to be smart to get money. That's what that was the whole answer to the whole goddamn question. So
Thank
all
you.
you gotta do is say, "Ruthless, you are right on this one." Listen,
Ruthless, you're right on this one, but you're not.
there you go.
He said, but you're not. Okay, now you got your time to some dude to rebuttal why he's not, and then let Rufus go. So go ahead, some
Because
dude.
he's
Tell him
thinking
why
in
he's not.
small. He's thinking in such of a bubble. Like, yo, bro, you said bet it in a casino, and you in the last sentence you said the most successful person in the world right now, as far as the glamour and the glitz and what people want and people look at you as successful, is freaking Diddy. And then you say, oh, this is evil, but it's necessary. And I'm like, no, take that, strip it all away. And then I say, leave $100,000 in the forest. How much was it worth to you more than firewood? If you're not smart enough to start a fire from 2 sticks, then what's the money doing for you? You know, that's my premise.
Okay,
Once
Rufus,
again,
go
Yeah,
ahead,
you
sir.
got to be smart. You got to be smart to make money. How you gonna survive? And I said, what the Castaway, that's successful. He got off the island. He wasn't smart doing that.
Okay?
Like a motherfucker.
You know he
so,
got saved right by
what,
accident, right? Just
so
to let
once
you know that. Just to let you know that. But go ahead, Rufus.
so once again, right? I don't know why some dude keeps trying to, make this about himself, right? We're speaking in general of what people deem and what people view and value as success. Now, do you have, once again, these things that we kind of want to just put out here? Listen, man, some people, lucky is better than skill in a lot of cases, right? And, we have to understand that with success comes a lot of heartaches and pains. This is why people go broke. This is why people spend all their money, because they don't want to deal with, having to have the responsibility for trying to keep people from taking it from them. They feel empty because they find out that, damn, all this money gets me what? Not a damn thing. So in essence, I'm not saying that to be a great man, you need money, or to be a cool person, you need money or success. I'm just showing the level of which America is built on, the society we live in, and what is deemed as successful. And now we're speaking to, you say you got to be smart to be rich. No, you're smart to make money. No, right? Most money is inherited. A lot of it is, most people stumbled on a lucky thing. Maybe they came up with some sort of fucking program. Damn, it just hit big. They didn't know what it was going to do with the numbers it was going to do. So most business fail. 90% of business fell in the first 5 years. So we understand that it is very difficult to be rich when it comes to skill. And if you do get it, it's luck. So nothing wrong with getting money, luckily or skillfully. But what you got to do is when you get it, please do not let it define you. Do not let it make you the man you think you want to be. Just understand that money.
That's what I'm telling you not to do the whole time.
No, I'm not never thinking like that. I'm just telling you, I'm speaking on a view of society standards, meaning I'm just painting a picture. So all I'm doing.
Let's go back to that.
I think, hold this. I think this what you can do. Once you do make the money, get arrogant, because being arrogant will make you hold on to that money and make you find other ways to make that money make more money by being arrogant. And being frugal, not only frugal with your money, but you got to be a little bit of everything when you get the money. So to say, don't let it define you. Shit, you're crazy. If it doesn't define you a certain way, you won't respect it. So that's just me.
Yep. Once you really start getting it, you can. Yo, they got this chick in Vietnam right now. You can Google it as we speak. She's to get offed because she did some stuff because she was money hungry. They said she better come up with $6 billion in the next 10 days, or she's out of there.
Really?
What do you think drove that? And
Really?
this is going on right now in Vietnam. Picture of her in a blue dress. She got a mask on. She better come up with $6 billion. Or
For what?
She did some type of ill stuff and just kept wanting more money, more money, more money. Now they're like, oh, we got you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Chill. They're like, yep.
And who is this that's doing it?
The country.
The country is doing this to this person.
Yeah, look it up right now. Google it. Put it in Google. Lady in Vietnam sentenced to get off for or pay $6 billion in a certain amount of time. 6 or 9 billion. So I think it's 6. Because she did some crazy ill stuff for the love of money.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't know about that. I don't think that's true.
Oh, wait a minute. I got speed over here. Is what you're messing up.
Yeah, show me what you're talking about, because I think you just coming up with stuff now.
No.
You just doing a lot of talking.
Nah.
Are you stretching out here, or what you doing, brother? That nigga John in the chat meat stretching. You need to stop. Sir, you need to stop it. You should have stayed on the panel, sir, and said something. Nobody tell you to hop off.
Yep, her name is. Wait a minute, hold on. Her name is.
Yeah, just put it in the back, bro. Put it in the back, sir. It's easy. Copy the link and throw it in the back. Whatever you're looking at on your screen, sir.
Yeah, well, all right, I won't even put a link in. I'll just put the text.
Yeah, let me see what you're talking about.
Let me see if it holds.
Because she got to be did something.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. I see it.
She's out of there for the love of money. What's that say? And y'all be thinking I'd be bullshitting?
I ain't know. I thought I was still on.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, we'll get into it. We'll make sure I wish Mayo was up here. Back to he'll find it. We'll put it straight on up. But what was it for? She was fraud for what?
I don't know. It says.
You put it in the bag, bro. What did you put in the bag?
I put it in back there. A private chat. Oh, wait a minute.
Sir, you put it back there. What did you put back there?
The actual text from the website. There it is.
Okay, and what does it pertain?
She embezzled $12.6 billion. So she has to come up with she has to come up with $11 billion so she can evade execution.
Mm-hmm.
There's your
right there, buddy.
Crazy.
We'll get more information.
For the love of money, right?
Yeah, because it got to be something. What do you know? Was she embezzled?
Whatever she did, it was $12 billion. That's a lot of whatever she was shaking.
Exactly, and it was something. It was something. It had to be something big.
She embezzled $12.3 billion from a bank.
Damn.
She was convicted.
They called her a
to avoid execution. Yeah, to avoid conviction. To avoid execution, you gotta come up with $11 billion.
And she's 68 years old.
Old ass bitch too. Her name is Travelin Balbang.
So, just letting you know that I'm looking it up. Yeah, I see it on the screen. I'm just saying, just trying to fact check and make sure you fact check. Make sure you was wrong about you was right about some things and wrong about others, sir. But you right. I'm looking at it.
She dead now. She gonna be dead now.
They're gonna definitely call her home. I'm just saying.
God gonna call her home because she showed enough put her own self in that predicament. She put herself in that predicament like a motherfucker. Oh yeah, she a dead bitch now. Because she wasn't smart enough to continue on to not get caught. See, just because you find yourself into some cheating shit, don't mean you're smart. Because when you get caught, how long did it take? How long was she embezzling money? Let me look this up real quick. Let me look how much long she was embezzling money.
And got away with it since she's such a mastermind. But 16 and they gonna die. Be like, there's no money missing. That's probably half the country's money. And a good accountant that just got fresh out of college, they're like, wait a minute, something ain't right. The computer looked at it instead of pieces of paper. That's what happened. Somebody ran it through Chat GPT or something.
Okay. This shit crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can minimize and read this shit. This shit is insane. I don't know if y'all can hear me and how bad it is.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
good it
you
is.
good, bro. You coming through better than what you was. Whatever y'all in a good spot.
Yeah, you put on an aluminum hat, right?
Yeah, that don't work, sir.
That was a joke, bro.
Yeah, I know it don't work though.
He was saying the joke didn't work. He was saying the joke didn't work.
I know, stupid.
Both of them, but either way it go, because I made my nephew do it. It didn't work out for him. So either way it go. Why everybody got to be stupid? What's going on?
Yeah, it's a term of endearment.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good, brother. Go ahead.
All right, it says Land 60 is appealing her death sentence after being convicted of embezzling in April, embezzling $12.3 billion from a bank. She was found guilty of bribing government officials and violating bank lending rules. Prosecutors have so far argued against leniency at her hearing in whatever the fuck the city is, unless she finds a way to return a significant chunk of the 415.7 trillion dong, which is 16.4 billion. She was found guilty of embezzling. This bitch embezzled a lot of money, dog. In two separate trials, according to her lawyer. Jesus Christ, this bitch is out here chilling on some little dude. We're now trying to help her to avoid the death penalty. Lynn's lawyer said there is a group of overseas investors who agreed to lend $400 million, and they were working on the documents required to send the money in. He said, "I wasn't in that bitch shit. 400 million ain't got that even close to 11 billion. You just throwing pennies at the problem." Yeah, that's pretty much it. She was a tycoon. They said.
She out of there though. I don't know where
So-
you're gonna for the love of money.
Are we clear on these topics at hand?
What did you say?
Do we have any more topics tonight?
I was trying to let Spoon get it off what he was about to. He was telling us about what that damn woman just got through going through. When she was got through getting what she did, because anybody was gonna say accused, but no, she stole that.
She was sentenced to life in prison after being found guilty of illegally transporting roughly 4.5 billion across international borders and laundering some 17.5 billion in pilfered assets from the Saigon Commercial Bank and misappropriating about 1.2 billion from investors via bond insurances. Jesus Christ, this bitch is going.
That chick
That
was
bitch dead.
shaking. She was shaking.
Woo.
Now that's a boss bitch.
Okay.
Now, when she got the half of that money, why she wasn't out the country already?
Why didn't she stop?
She's 68 years old. She's happy. She lived a successful life.
That's a fact.
She don't care anymore.
Well, there was 47 other defendants that are appealing their sentences during the same time on her hearing. So she's just not one. She's the boss of all bosses right there. That's a woman that didn't do anything, didn't do no STEM classes. She just was out there stealing.
She was a thief.
Yeah.
No, a good one at that.
A real good one.
Absolutely.
Shit, what we talking about, nigga? Yeah, nigga, you heard what that nigga said, nigga. That nigga
Can
didn't
you
say
be good?
million.
Can
That
you
nigga
be
said
good if
billion.
you got caught? You got caught. How can you be good?
Because nigga, you still got up to that
Dude,
amount.
she got so listen. She transported 4.5 billion cash across
If I
borders,
got 4.5 billion, you not catching me.
and she was laundering 17.5 billion. This is crazy.
Hey yo, hold on. Hey yo, hold on, John. You saying they won't? How you gonna move that stuff around to be bouncing around like? Well, you got an airliner?
I'm gonna work it out.
$4.4 billion.
I'm gonna work it out. I'm gonna work it out.
I'm gonna have one, sir. I don't know what we're doing.
I'll work it
That's
out.
crazy.
Matter of fact, by the time I got to $1 billion, I'm already working them plans out already.
Yeah, digital currency.
Just saying, could y'all do something like that?
No.
Nah.
Absolutely.
I'd be too.
I was about to say I could. I don't know
I
what we
would.
doing there.
I would be
You
too
gotta
scared.
lie.
I would be too scared.
Yeah, okay, I would.
Shoot, man, I still get scared when the cops be behind me. You know what I mean? Let alone if I knew I took that much money, I'd be looking over my. I couldn't sleep. Can you imagine? You know, somebody eventually. That's a lot of bread. Somebody's coming eventually.
There's no way you can run with that kind of money. There's no way you can hide.
Oh no, there's plenty of places to hide.
They will send mercenaries after you.
I'm building places to hide.
Nah, not that much. I'm just saying, how you gonna move that money though? Like, right? If she leaves, the red flags would go off. Then they would track the money.
All my stuff now.
See, I'm not. See, one thing you got wrong is I'm not carrying all that cash with me.
Right, but you got to move it. But you got to move it through some system.
Yo, but
I'm gonna work
yo,
that out.
Rupert, would you call that successful?
Yes.
God damn.
68 years old, and I done spent $1 billion and moved 10 billion. It's over with. I'm done. I live my life. Y'all give me that life sentence with a smile. I'm gonna die anyway. What else I got? What else I got?
She did have a hard life. I mean, let's be honest. She didn't have a hard life.
Yeah.
She was living it up until she got caught. So I mean,
They
at
called
68.
They called me at 70 years old. Ain't no fucking way. I'm gonna be like, let me get that. Life, no problem. I'm Gucci. My books are gonna be in 10 bands on my book. I'm just gonna be living life.
Out of jail. You can buy the whole jail.
I would get my laundry
They ain't
done.
gonna let you do that. And they don't care where you at, where you at. You think you doing? You ain't Michael. You ain't Jordan. And it ain't happening.
Be like lock me up in Mexico and buying that whole capital country.
Yeah, that definitely ain't gonna happen. They smarter than that. They ain't gonna never. It's gonna take your money. What you gonna do? If you got enough money to buy a whole jail, when you think you ain't got enough money to buy yourself out, that's even backwards.
Didn't that dude, that dealer, he was crazy rich. He had a moat with hippos in it that are running wild now. Didn't he build his own jail? Yeah, didn't he build his own jail?
Nigga, do you know how he died, bro?
Oh.
Okay, well, you might want to look up Pablo Escobar, bro. That ain't no.
I don't know. I was asking.
No, I get what you're saying, but that's to your point. No matter how much money you got, I mean, even if you got enough money to build one, you think you think you can buy your freedom? If they're not gonna let you buy your freedom, you think they're gonna let you buy the whole building? That don't work.
At 68 years old, I'm Gucci.
OG, you just got to find the right person to buy it from.
Get the hell out of here.
Wait a minute, got y'all 2 times. It says in 1991, Escobar offered to turn himself into the authorities as if he can allow to build his own prison. Oh, they shit. It says surprisingly, perhaps not Colombian. Oh, it says Colombian officials agreed. The result was a luxurious La Catedral. Niggas. What? See, there you go again. Gotcha.
This nigga is slow as shit. Nigga, a three bunk motherfucking nigga, you still under confinement, nigga, and you still got to be under the war. You don't control shit. If I say you might want to go look it up and don't read, nigga, this is history, sir. You should know this. You an old nigga from New York. You definitely should know this.
What you mean? There it is right there. It says
no, that's not. Come on, bro.
It says in 1991,
tell you to do your research
he was
and look it
allowed
up, brother.
to build
You in
his
the wrong
own
spot.
prison. It doesn't say jail.
Yeah,
prison. It says, and it was the name is La Catedral.
And what is it now, nigga?
I don't know. That nigga dead.
Yeah, look it up.
No, but it did happen.
Look it up, bro.
It
Stop
happened,
telling me
right?
that you don't know when
Yeah,
you sitting
hold
there
on,
talking
man.
about you got information in front of you. Just
There
look
it is, right here
it up.
in the back. Boom. I did. I just looked it up.
God damn it, you did put it. Then you just be copying and pasting shit, bro. You gotta go look at more stuff than what you copied and pasted, bro.
Dude, that's right there off of the facts. I'm doing it. I could put the link if you want, but you got a slow internet connection.
Nigga, your shit slow.
Nigga, I got 1.8 gig a second, man.
You do?
Is there a fiber?
And what's that sequence code to get that right there? 912331212212216.
No, it's called Verizon on
Oh
auto
yeah,
pay.
leave that on there. Okay, well, I'm proud of you. Oh Lord, hey, you can't do some dude.
No, I always have fun over here. We'd be like sitting
Yeah, bro,
bullshit.
you be cutting up, bro. That's what the problem is. 1.00999 dot 113311.
No, you want to get it right. It's 192.
Yeah, what is that? But you always say the same. You say a different number every time.
No,
so
you
we
can
don't
go
know
look
which
back.
one.
Every computer has a different IP address. I can show you how to do
Yeah,
that.
so we sir, you didn't already explain this to us when
Look,
you
we're
was
not gonna
drunk
get into
that night.
computers. I feel like I'm at work again.
You were saying you was gonna make a nigga computer faster from your house.
Oh,
Well,
I
I
can,
need you
but
to
you
do
don't want
it.
to do that.
Well,
I told you
for
once you
sir,
log
I
off,
told you to do it. You didn't want to do
another
it.
day, another way, man.
See what I'm saying? You keep on saying it, bro. That's the
You can
part.
do it right
I
now.
need you to, I just need you to do the damn job.
You're just
Making
gonna
my shit
log off
faster.
for like 5 minutes and everything's gonna reboot, and you don't want to do that right now. You're in the middle of a show.
Nigga, bro, I got time and everybody else. I'll probably leave y'all niggas up here for 5 minutes. What we talking about? If you gonna have me pushing right?
All right. So, what type of service are you using? What's your ISP?
The same thing you using. Just go ahead and do the same thing you did, and just go ahead and
No,
send
it's not
me
the
all your
same.
shit that I
The
need to put
cable
in
or
this so I can
fiber
get
optic.
what you got. That's what you
Man,
do.
you know what's static
Just
and
put it in the back chat too, so I can copy and paste everything that you got to my
static and
computer, and
dynamic
then that way
IP
I can
addresses
push
are?
what you got.
Does
You
your
say
IP
what?
address change? Is it static or dynamic?
I don't even know. I don't even know about all that computer whiz. I don't know
I'm gonna have to
nothing
send you
about
an
all that.
invoice when we're done.
You said what?
I'm gonna have to send you an invoice when I'm done. I don't want to feel like I'm working.
Oh, come
All
on.
computers have static and dynamic. All computers have static and dynamic.
No, they
And
don't. Some you assign to within certain WAN networks and local
You
networks.
got Stephen Hall with you through all the super chat. Appreciate you, Stephen Hall.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. But absolutely, every computer has static and dynamic. Whether it's set up differently.
Your basic
Whether
IP is basically
no.
That
your
nigga Mac
back
Face
Whether
say he a computer whiz or the
whether
Wizard
it's
of
set
Oz.
up or not, it's different, sir.
Computer wizard.
There's certain IP addresses you can't change, like from your router. Your internal address you
I
can change and make your
understand
own
that, but
VPN.
you're saying
Instead of
that
paying
you're
for a
saying,
VPN, you can actually make them if you know what you're doing.
sir,
There's a
again,
fight.
but
You're not gonna win. Trust me.
you're not. You're just not.
You're not gonna
You're
win
not
this one.
saying the truth, sir. Every
Yes, I am.
computer has a static and a dynamic server. Whether it's set up or not, it's different. Well, IP. I'm sorry, not server, but
All right,
IP.
there you go.
Whether it's set up or not,
Say
it's different.
sorry. Say
I'm
sorry.
not saying sorry because you still was wrong.
No, I'm not. You said it's different, and that's the two different things. Static
No,
and
I
dynamic.
said server.
We're talking about
I said
PCs,
server.
not
What?
servers.
I know. That's why I switched it up and said I meant
So then
IP.
what's the default gateway then if it doesn't change?
Say it again. I can't hear you.
The default gateways. Those are still in play if you use any type of VPN and going cross server.
But it's just,
Come on, man. You're
we're
making it
talking
feel
about a
like I'm
regular average person has this. Listen,
Can we talk about
every computer.
tigers and hippos again?
Oh my god! Again, every fucking computer has a static or dynamic IP. Whether you use it or not is different.
And he ain't using all his computer. That's all it is. He only using
So how do you
33%
change it
of it.
then? So how do you change it then? It's a very simple command, but it probably won't work.
Control Alt
I ain't
Delete.
changing shit. I
No,
don't do
it's
shit. I just go ahead.
No, I'll show you how to do it right now. I'll do it verbatim. Hold on. You go into your CMD prompt, run it as admin, type in cmd.exe, then you run IP release /IP renew. And then your shit's gonna reset, and then you'll see it. And then you type in netstat space-an, and you'll see if your information changed. You'll see your default gateway, your static, your prefix, and everything else underneath, and IPv4 and IPv6. You're not gonna win this
Sure, but you can just go to you can just type in IP config too,
Niggas using big
motherfucker.
words out here. You try to fucking nigga up. Look at him trying to be
You can
smart and shit.
just go on IP config and give you everything you need to fucking know too. So that's neither here nor there. If you're just trying to look up what IP4 and
IP6. Doesn't mean nothing. That's just you still go to IP
I
config.
didn't
Type
say,
that.
I said to release your IP address. You go cmd.exe, run as admin, and you go IP release /IP renew.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see it, or it's IP renew, IP release. Or you do it separate.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it. And then you can go into netstat space-an. You don't
Well,
have
that's
to
if you want to change it though. Most people don't have to change their shit. That's
I
what
know,
you're.
but why are we talking about this then? Oh, because of I'm playing this one dirty. Dirty been doing this all night, man. Making me
Bro, you did nothing, bro. Listen, you use all these big words. And I was like, bro, I didn't think you was gonna use all them words like that because you said you was high. And
I
seemed like
am, but
your
now
high
I'm
didn't work. You need
sober,
to
man.
smoke your little blunt.
Y'all talk to me sober. I'm pissed off.
Nigga, how a nigga talk you sober, bro? You got yourself sober, bro, by trying to spit some shit that we weren't paying attention to.
Nah, I was paying attention when you said pay attention. That's when I got sober, motherfucker.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah. That's what called fucking up a nigga high.
Oh, that's
OG, yeah, OG, you doing God's work, and I'm gonna let you have it.
Bro, I'm about to, hey, we almost at the 4-hour mark, bro. I'm about to shut this motherfucker down. I was just trying to let everybody get their ins in and their outs in and good stuff like that. That's all it was. We had 3:51. I was gonna go about 8 more minutes, but I really ain't have to. Oh, yeah, appreciate everybody who came through today. You know what I'm saying? Ruthless. I appreciate your brother coming through. Some dude, Mama, John the Baptist, Mayo, Tom, and everybody else who popped up, Kasim, No Chaser, Kingdom Minded, Butterfly Jones, Zuma. There's a lot more of y'all in the chat. I ain't about to try to go through everybody in this goddamn chat. This is just shit. 30-some people here at one time, then jumped off to another set and then came up to another set, and I'm not about to do all that. But appreciate everybody that come through. We're about to go ahead and knock this on out. Remember, I am taking over these shows for Uncle Tom this week. They on vacation. They is out traveling. So I will be hosting tomorrow's show. I got 2 of them to do. I got drive-by discussions later on that night at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's for Wednesday morning. But for Tuesday, we do the Thin Black Line versus the Porsche with LA. Hopefully he'll pop up. If not, we're gonna get W's either way it go. He probably think he gonna come up here and get a W, but he gonna be sorry mistaken because I got some shit for him. He ain't ready for automatic W's tomorrow. Just let you know that. Then Wednesday, we got Conspiracy Wednesday. I'm gonna find some conspiracies for Wednesday so I can take over that show. Thursday on the Push with the Blacks, we're gonna rock that out as we always do. Friday, LA. Saturday, chilling on the porch with OGDoDirty. Don't forget about Wrestler got a show Wednesday and he got a show Saturday. So we all packed in. I don't know if they're gonna be back by Sunday, but if they're not back by Sunday, I will rock out I think it's a TPO Sunday, court cases and everything else. I got Judge Brian on deck. I found some of her earlier. She had 2 sets of pearls on, so I think we already know what that is. When she got on 3, she kind of fair. She got on 2, somebody going to jail. And the old school white man, I can't think of his name. I want to say John something. I can't stand his ass, but I got one of his. So got that covered for y'all this week already. So appreciate everybody coming through. We're gonna go ahead and end this on that now. Drop this what you call it so we can
The push, grab a drink, like you a blood, sit baby still, fast and fly. Evidence plain, no dick holding in, no blankety black shit. We chilling with the crew. You welcome for the session. I hope your time was pleasant. Now did you learn your lesson? Welcome to the push. Welcome to the push. Yeah. Welcome to the push. Welcome to the push. Welcome to the push. Welcome to the punch, yeah. Welcome to the punch. Grab you a drink, light you a blunt, sit back and steal, facts fly. Evidence playing, no dick holding, no blackety black shit. We chilling with the crew. You welcome for the session. I hope your time was pleasant. Now did you learn your lesson? Welcome to the punch. Welcome to the punch. Welcome to the punch. Welcome to the punch, yeah. Welcome to the punch. Welcome to the punch. Welcome to the punch. Welcome to the punch, yeah. Welcome to the punch, yeah. Welcome to the welcome to the punch. Yeah. Welcome to the punch. Yeah.